Hello, everybody. I'm not going to light up because this is D&D and I have deafened in order to be able to communicate with everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Oubliettes with Ocelots, the GNG D&D. It's not like an official D&D thing, it's just that we're Gods and Grams and also we're playing D&D. But welcome. We will be doing all the things we did last time as well. So all the alerts, 10G and all those sorts of things will be muted. If you gift subs or you do any of these things, I really appreciate it, and I will get back to you at the end of the session, just so we don't break the flow, all those kinds of things. Any raids, same thing. I will say thank you at the end, just so that I'm respectful to players. But we have pretty much everyone here today. And we're going to go straight into it. Hello, everyone who is here, who has chatted. Hello, Dazzle. Hello, Nemet. Hello, Jub. Big hugs. Mwah. But we will get everybody else on here, because I may have to jiggle that around, because I don't know if it's going to remember Discord properly. And we will get to the summary and begin episode the 2nd. Let's go over here. Okay, I think we're going to have to do a wiggle. But everyone is going to be unmuted in just a second. You're about to all be unmuted, just so you know.
A whole bunch of people.
Oh, it's truly splendid. I
places
should turn my cam on.
to investigate.
Give it a second.
Yeah, no, don't mind. Everyone say hi. Everyone's here. Woohoo!
Hello. Oh God, I'm so old. I broke my bones.
He's aged in the past week.
It's
Um,
windy.
Okay, we're gonna have to go capture. Good news, Jack, is it didn't remember you at all.
Oh, I love being not remembered. That's fantastic.
Oh no, never mind. It's almost remembered you.
Almost
Uh,
remembered.
Nearly.
We can do this. There we go. And then we can actually get... Oh, okay. So if I set up Discord properly, then it remembers you.
You've got to set it up properly. That sounds like a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I'm watching an advert on your stream right now, and it's disturbing. It's like a weird analog horror thing. It's like a glitching mountain, and now it's gone. And no one... Oh, that was scary.
Why has it done this to me? Oh, there we go. Where are you, Wheaters? Wheaters! I gotta find you in this silly Discord thing. There we go. I found Wheaters now. One Wheaters. I don't know why it's like gone weird landscapey, but that's okay. Okay, so we got that fixed now. Okay, everybody.
I love it.
Tech I don't know.
Completely still. Aha! I move.
Because I gotta have it open. I gotta remember to do that. Sorry.
Hmm.
That's the only weird thing about this. Okay, everyone. Welcome to episode 2. Now that I fixed that, I hope I'm gonna. It should remember. I don't know why it's not remembering. I guess maybe because it does it in the order that you turn on your webcams. So maybe you were in the opposite order or something. Silly Discord.
Maybe.
You should do it alphabetically.
Should do it alphabetically. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, Jack was mostly in the right spot. It was just Wheaters that was apparently in a...
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, it's alphabetical, but
Yes.
prioritizes
Yeah,
camera
boy.
people. So I'm second.
Yeah,
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
it's because Nemet had the camera last time and doesn't have it
Yeah.
this time. That's why.
Ah, so it almost remembered. So it's Nemet's fault.
Entirely my fault for wanting to simplify things for you.
Yep. Right.
Never make things easier on anyone.
True.
Never try. Gotcha.
Okay,
Oh my
very
god,
true.
that was a much better roll than I got.
Okay, everybody.
0.
Are you all prepared for summaries?
We
Let's
are
do it.
very ready for summaries.
Okay. You've all been executed. There's your summaries. No,
Oh no. What?
Oh,
Sweet
I left that
release.
bit out of my notes.
it was a summary execution.
Oh.
Last time, we all arrived in the very rainy shores of the North Coast. To the far north of Theron, our party has assembled from the sea, from ship, or from land. They're all there, all starting to get to know each other. And when they've arrived, they've discovered that there is many a mysterious thing afoot in this small town of Brightvale. Lots of coinkydinks happening all at once. Very strange. Our party has begun investigating what they believe to be a smuggling operation. They've been to the docks. They've asked around.
Yeah.
Not found too much yet, but they've got some clues. They've got some leads. And they will be following those leads today. So I don't think there's anything else I missed. Oh, and we will be doing at the start as well. There will be a brief happened at the same time for one of our characters. But that is the summary.
How exciting!
So where do you want to go first? You wanted last time to go and talk to the inns, and also you wanted to. I believe you said you wanted to go and talk to Hope.
Oh yeah.
Hope's Emporium? Question mark.
We gotta go see Hope's Emporium, and we also gotta find that guy Thomas Gill.
True.
That's
Thomas
what I
Gill was
had
the
in
other
my
one.
notes.
Okay. So which one do you want to do first of these?
Hope's Emporium's in
yeah.
town. Thomas Gill is south of town a ways,
Yeah.
so
Should probably go to the Emporium first, right?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
oops, I did not mean to do that. Sorry, everyone. Also, if helpful to everybody, you can all click on Theatre of the Mind. You should be able to go there whenever you want. It's a very, very badly drawn, but it is still a rough idea of what town looks like. If you want to check.
That's incredible. My God.
What?
There's
What do we
two
see?
better than I
texts
can draw.
for Town Hall.
Oh,
Look at those boxes. Most of them aren't even complete.
ooh.
Yeah, the only thing I haven't put on there is the inns, but they are at the bottom and at the top, or like one at each. It's kind of like they're by the gates, for travel purposes. And you
Makes
were
sense.
just, I don't remember where you had just been. Oh yeah, the docks
We were at the
down here.
docks, talking to
Yeah.
the shipmaster.
They're down here by this bridge. The map. Actually, no, hang on. No. I lied. I haven't actually drawn them. I'm really smart. They should be up here. 1 second. They should be up here.
There's docks here somewhere.
Yeah. No, I just realized I hadn't actually drawn them. And then the harbor master is like, because there's like stairs here. I'm drawing this with my mouse, so it's very hard. Yeah. So it's like the wall, and then the building is like at the bottom of the wall, and then you have the docks in front of it with places for shipping and stuff. It's protected by 2 headlands. I just for some reason forgot to draw it. So if you need to check that, it's not legally binding in any way, but it gives you a rough idea. If you decide to live in Brightvale, I will do a better map, but temporarily, this is what we'll do.
Sounds perfect.
Any questions?
Where am I napping? Where's my tavern that I'm napping in?
I believe that you were doing a classic stay at the one that you were staying before, the Wattled Whistle, correct?
Oh yes. Where is the watered whistle?
The Wattled Whistle is the one at the south, so I guess I can type of these.
I am Whistleman.
Typa?
Typer.
I prefer to go to the new
Whistle.
text tavern, please.
Yeah, new text.
Oh, there, perfect.
And then the other one is this one over here. The Grinning Ironmonger. Boop. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So you want to go to Hope's Emporium first, or you want to go to the Wattled Whistle, to the inn first?
What were we
We're
saying?
going to do Hope's Emporium first, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, while you're on your way to Hope's Emporium, we are going to cut away to something that is going on at the Wattled Whistle. So, Verity, you
Yes, I'm
no,
awake. God,
you
sorry.
yeah, don't
Hello.
worry.
Thank you, God. It's okay. I'm napping. I'm an old man.
So,
I'm napping.
Verity, you returned to the inn a few hours ago as your companions were exploring and doing things.
Yes, I
You
do.
returned to your room, shutting the door, and began to look into your orb, your various magical accoutrements. That great
My
word that's
orb.
going to be used a lot.
I
And
love my orb.
you love your orb. I love my orb. Yeah. What are you thinking? What are you saying as you're sort of sitting down and you're beginning to lose consciousness?
I'm sat in my bed, cross-legged. I'm holding the orb. I stare into the orb, and the orb stares back at me. I hope and I just think about how shit I am at magic. I'm really bad, and Ileana's so good at magic. I need to study more so I can be stronger. I need to be a better wizard. I'm just gonna like sort of hug my orb to my chest and think about all the studying I've got to do to even come close to Ileana's magical proficiency. I'm just like cradling it, and I drift into my nice little mid-afternoon nap that I have every day.
Okay, make a perception check as you are falling asleep. You're drifting off.
A perception check. Oh, I'm good at that. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
That's a dirty
Ooh.
20.
It's just as you're just falling asleep. Like you drift off, but you could have sworn that as you were falling asleep, around the front door to your rooms, there was it vines? Was it ivy growing around the door? Just as you pass out.
I don't. It must be a very overgrown pub, but I'm asleep now. I'm in my dreams. Oh, I love dreaming.
The next thing that you hear, because you would hear it before you would see it, you hear quite a gentle knock on the front door. Oh, sorry, not the front door. Your rooms.
Did I fall asleep at all? Did I get any sleep? I really need a nap.
You did fall asleep,
Oh,
but
wonderful.
you're sort of woken from your sleep. You're not sure how much time has passed, but you hear a knock at the door.
I'm gonna like stagger over in my nightgown and my little sleeping hat cap, holding a candle. Gonna creak the door open. Hello. I didn't order any room service.
So as you go over to the door and you open it, as the door opens, coming through it, you see an enormous figure, easily like fills the room entirely. Their face is like ivy, and they have a beard covering their entire torso, like down to their legs, made of oak leaves. And then you look and you can see their hair is going out around into a cloak behind them, and it's made of holly leaves. And they have these two enormous antlers that poke into the ceiling. And as you open the door, they sort of they have to bow their head to get through the door, but they walk through, acknowledging you, but walk into the room. You can see that antlers like dig into the ceiling and begin dragging their way across the ceiling, leaving these two deep grooves.
Oh, goodness. Do I have any idea what this is? Can I study it briefly, see if I recognize it in any way?
You can do a religion or a history check, as this is mythology, so it counts as both.
I'm doing a history check. Another dirty 20.
Even
I'm nailing it.
yeah, even with your lack of studiousness, you know immediately that this figure is a fae. of some description, some creature from the other world, some being. The leaves, the enormous stature, the antlers, very clear giveaway. And the figure looks down at you because it's 10 foot tall for its whole space. Also, your ceilings aren't 10 foot tall, but somehow this creature is able to stand in this room. It's like very disorientating. But they look down at you. Do you mind if I take a seat?
By all means, do you mind if I just take some of your leaves? I need to study. You're fascinating. Give me hell. Can I look at you through my orb? I'm gonna pull my orb out. I'm just gonna stare. Oh,
I don't think you'll be
incredible.
looking at me very much through that orb, and also my leaves are rather attached to me, so I don't think you're going to get any of them.
You're Fae, right? You're fascinating. We're not often visited by Fae creatures such as yourself. It's usually annoying buggers, annoying cheeky fuckers. You're so regal.
Well, I ought
What
to
are?
be.
Oh,
And
goodness.
he takes a seat on one of these chairs. Again, the chair looks like it's an enormous figure sitting in a tiny little like doll chair almost. It's like pretty comic, the size difference. Now I'm here because I keep getting messages from some crazy old man up here on the north coast who keeps telling anyone who will listen how bad a wizard he is and how much he wants more magical power. Would that be you?
I don't know him. It might be. I'm not. Watch this, harmless puff. That's yeah. I'm not the best at wizardry.
Well, I can see that. If you want, we could start calling you Harmless Puff if you wanted. It's a good name for a wizard.
Don't know if I want that to be my title.
Not again.
prefer-
Not since my uni nickname.
I used to be known as that in the university from which I hail. That I made a note of and I forgot. Because I'm an old man.
Well, I'm here as a promissory note. If you are serious that you want more magical power, I can offer you something of a shortcut.
What's the catch?
Oh, no huge catch, just a commitment. That would be most of what we'd be looking for.
That sounds like a catch, just with extra letters.
Well, you would know that through your studies that no power is without its commitments, its responsibilities.
There is no free gift in this world. Yes. What would you require? Should I accept?
Well, if you were to accept, then every now and again, not too often mind, I would ask a favor of you. Just a small favor.
And then what do I get? How much of a boost are you talking about?
An enormous smile fills his whole face, and then, like, his beard rustles like leaves do when he does so. And he puts his arms wide, and all of the wood in this room, so like you're obviously in a wooden building, begins to transform back into trees. It's not like planks anymore, and you are now like in a grove, basically.
What the fuck?
Well, that would be sort of a late stage in the gifts, but possible.
Is that how I could do this? Wow. Harmless puff.
Yes, we do rather do a bit more than a harmless puff.
I love it. This sounds incredible. You know I'm an old man. I don't have much left in me. You won't get many favors.
He does a very wry smile when you say that. Well, we'll worry about that when we get to it.
Okay, sounds like a good plan. I'm sure there will be no consequences to this that I cannot handle. Oh,
Well, no.
sorry.
Speaking of a first favor, There is rather something you could look into for us up here.
What do you need?
There's a few what would you there's a few standing stones, those old bits of rock lying around the place. Appears as though somebody's been rather interfering with them. I wouldn't mind having an extra pair of eyes to check on a few of them.
And how do I report my findings? Do I just write it down and then next time I see you?
You have no fear, we'll be able to find you when we need to, but if you're in desperate need of communication, you can always talk to a tree.
Oh, are you serious?
Quite serious, yes.
Sorry, my realm of study wasn't fair. I was a giant man myself.
Oh, they're terribly boring, always talking about their rocks and their castles.
Forgive me, but you're just asking me to check on your rocks. Throwing stones in glass houses, you know? Rocks
I
are
would
interesting.
advise you, as a suggestion, not to get too smug, although I do like a little bit of banter here and there.
Okay. I don't really want to annoy you. You seem quite strong. And you get, yeah, okay.
Well, hand out your, put your hand out if you are wanting this blessing.
Do we shake on it?
Of a sort, yes.
Promise not to take advantage of a poor old man like myself.
If I had wanted to destroy you, I would have had no problems doing it already.
You did knock. You were very polite. I appreciate manners, and I stick my hand out.
He raises his hand, and you see this sort of eerie glow come around it. His hand again, like his skin is like ivy, so it's like the green with that mottled pan on it. He puts his hand down towards your hand. He doesn't grab your hand, he grabs your arm, and this sort of greenish hue covers your hand, and then you see out of the middle of his palm it looks like a twig or a root slams into your hand. You don't feel anything, but you see this, and then you feel this surge of magical energy through your body.
Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. I'm going to fall to my knees. Oh, God.
Oh well,
I've never felt so strong.
It's always good when people fall to their knees in front of my power. Would
This
you
is
like to start
incredible.
worshipping?
I'm not sure I'm ready to worship just yet, but this is a continual thing. I imagine we will have a very beneficial friendship.
Oh, I can see you going a long way in my service. Is there a name that I can call upon, or do I just find you wherever you happen to be?
My name is Verity. Verity Farina. I used to be a professor.
Well, it takes all sorts. You can call me, although I would say that I have many names, so don't try going trapping me with your wizardly ways. But you can call me by the
Nothing.
Green Man.
Ah, well, Mr. the Green Man. Thank you for your assistance. This has been a wonderful dream.
Yes, was rather a dream, wasn't it? Wait, I should make a bit more effect if you want it to be a proper dream.
Oh,
He starts like wiggling his fingers, and butterflies start coming out, and he like puts dazzles. Yes, Verity, this was all a dream. There was
this definitely
nothing
wasn't real.
mysterious here at all. And then
Anyway,
he
I'll go look at those
begins
rocks in the morning, sir.
he begins to like just sort of like all the rest of him becomes leaves, and he kind of begins to sort of fold into like if you jumped into a leaf pile, but his whole body starts doing this, and then he kind of like puffs into a bunch of leaves.
Oh, that's a way more impressive harmless puff than my own. Good God. Oh, I really need to stop drinking before bed. I mean, I didn't this time, but I really should stop anyway. And I'm gonna get back into bed and just go back
Yeah.
to sleep.
There we go. And we will transition back to the party.
Huh?
So, the party, as you are known. Also, you should. This is like, you do not have to tell me now, but as a party, you should come up with a name that you can be referred to as.
Oh, it's too early for that.
Yeah. Gotta get casualties before that. Okay, so you.
We gotta have one. We gotta finish one thing before we, before we decide that we're sticking together, and before we decide
Yes. I
that
would
we
like to
probably
know
should
if
be
I
called
want to
something.
spend time with you lot before we decide.
So you make your way through Brightvale towards Hope's Emporium. It is not a very big shop. It's sort of kind of like a house and shop at the bottom floor. A couple big windows. You can see suits of armor, swords in one window, and you can see all sorts of gems, clothing, and all sorts of like more normal items, jewelry, that sort of stuff in the other window. And there is a big sign over the door that says Hope's Emporium.
Well, that would seem to be the place.
As good a place to start as any.
Now, I
Okay.
think I know what we came here for. I think we were going to study these bottles, or maybe the corks. It was one of those things, I think.
There was magic there.
It was
This
so long
was-
ago that we decided to come here.
This was the place that bought the silks, right?
Did they get the silks or the bottles?
They bought both. They bought one of the crates of
Both,
bottles
okay.
and one of the crates of silks.
Perfect.
So you proceeding in.
Yeah.
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 Walk right in.
Oh, I'll give it a vibe check. Hang
Oh.
on.
Yeah, it's the vibe check
Do
spell.
you have a limited use on vibe check? I don't think you do.
It's 4 per long rest.
Oh, okay, so it's not really.
Ooh.
Might as well
Uh,
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well be.
Vibe check.
Inside 30 feet range, which should be most of the shop, you do not detect the presence of any Fey, Celestials, Undead, or Fiends.
What about within 60 feet? Because
Oh,
that's
it's
what it
60
actually
feet?
is.
Oh, okay. No, it's in 60 feet. You get the back of the shop. Oh, no, yeah, you get the back of the shop. There is just so many Fiends just having a party back there.
Oh no.
They're all hiding in
Oh,
the freezer.
no.
Yeah,
These
they're-
Hiding in
fools.
the
They,
locked-in freezer.
They've rented the place out.
they've all been staying 31 feet away from me, not
Yeah.
knowing the actual rules.
Yeah, 31 feet, all you can hear is "Nts, nts, 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 nts."
I found them.
No, yeah, there is no creatures of an otherworldly nature hiding within this building from your divine sense.
It seems good. That was my vibe check pose. It's very similar to a rave.
Okay, so you open the door. The bell does a little shop jingle, and you head on in. Inside, you see quite a densely packed store, lots of shelves with lots of things on them. And you can see that there is a counter ahead of you with a small gnome, a very old gnome, at the door, who, as soon as you enter the store, exclaims to you, "Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Hope's Emporium. How can I help you today?"
So, taking an immediate look around, do we see any bottles or silks on display?
Yeah, there is loads of bottles around. There is like bottles of wine. There is bottles of, like, there's beer bottles. There's just empty bottles. There's vials. There's all those sorts of things. There is there's a section which is all sorts of folded different kinds of cloth. Some of it is silk. Some of it is just like hempen wear, that kind of stuff, like way more utilitarian sort of clothes. And the other bit of bottles that you would see is you would see a at the desk, at the counter, there is a glass front to it, and you can see that there's a few extra bottles in there, but they look like they're potion bottles of some kind.
Are any of the bottles the same shape as the ones that we looked at before?
Yeah, the wine bottles would be.
Oh,
Interesting. Guess just step forward to the gnome and be like, "Hello, good day to you. How's business been lately?"
Well, it's been quite good, quite good. I'm hoping it'll get better today, though. Big wide
yes.
eyes, big smile.
Are you
Come
Hope,
in.
or is that just the name of the shop?
Yes, I am Hope. You can call me Hope, or you can, if we're going to become acquaintances through commerce, you can call me Jebwood.
Jedward?
No, that's one of my cousins.
Oh, I see. Well, there's two of them, so who knows?
Oh, you must be thinking of a different Jedwood. No, my name is Jebwood Bilberforce
Jedward from my time.
Antony Hope.
I see. We'll just remember Hope then.
Yes, most people do.
This is a fascinating note I need to make. Hope is called Hope. Anyway. Now, I regret that we have come before you on
Sorry.
controversial matters.
Controversial
It-
matters? Why? You have something difficult you wish to sell?
Do you buy things of difficult persuasions?
I've been known to purchase those items which many find it often quite hard to find a buyer for, but I have many contacts.
Well, it would happen that we're pursuing a smuggling lead that seems to be importing goods which are of a magical nature and interfering.
Sir,
You wouldn't know
If-
anything about that, would you?
if you are implying that this establishment purchases from smugglers, that is beneath contempt.
Well, good. So
Well,
you'll
I'm
have
gonna,
no
like-
problems helping us discover the nature of these things that we are tracking then.
What's that? Aquatic? You had a
Yeah,
question?
I was gonna say I was gonna step forward, but that was fine. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
need
no.
to. Yeah, no.
It depends what the specific problem entails. But I may
Well,
be amenable to assist in some fashion.
to begin with, we have found traces of a substance on these corks. I'm presuming we brought them with us.
Yeah, we brought
Yeah,
some.
I was the one that identified them, so I'd probably have kept one on me.
Yes,
So I'll probably,
those
like, hold one
corks.
up.
Hoping that
You
you would
have
help us.
come to my shop with corks. Well, I mean,
there's
we do sell them
things
by
in
the
the
pound.
cork. Did you listen to what I said? I said there was things in the cork. You dummy.
I
Now-
heard you. You've brought a cork you want me to look at.
Well, I said a bit more than that. There's things in the cork that we want you to look at. I said we found trace amounts of a substance on the corks of bottles that we found. We want
He
you
puts
to
his hands up
identify
in the air.
those things. We don't need you to identify a cork. I can do that myself.
He puts his hands in the air, like grasping. Go on, go on. And he pulls out his pocket. He has it looks like one of those like jewelry inspecting, like gem inspecting things. But it's like it's
Mhm.
super long and it's got way more things on it than a normal, like looking at the cut of a diamond or something.
Yeah, I'll
Very good.
hand in one of the corks.
Yes. You see he flicks it a bunch, and a bunch of extra mirrors, like little lenses, ping out the side and attach to the front until it's like sort of 6 inches long with extra mirrors. Yes, it's quite very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Yes, it seems as though you've got some sort of crystal grain trapped in your corks. Well, I'm afraid we don't have any that would match that. But
Would you know anyone who would be inclined to order such a thing?
the crystal, I imagine there are many who would be interested in it. By what provenance did this crystal come, if you don't mind me asking? He pulls out, as he's talking to you, he pulls out a pair of tweezers and he like begins to try and take it out of the cork.
Let me just check my internal dictionary. Where did those ships come from again? Does anyone remember? Were we told this stuff? I don't remember.
Yes. They came
Yeah.
from the east, right?
Came from the east, yes. One
Larry?
of them came from Gallia, and the other one I don't believe you were told where it came from. But the one with wine came from Gallia. Wait, no, yeah, it did. It was a Thale. I may have given you information that you didn't previously had then. Oops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
I
wine
vaguely
came.
remember you mentioning that previously, I think.
Okay,
Just
that's
to write it
fine.
down.
So it's not to the east, that's to the south, Gallia. But yeah.
Yeah, that. There's some from Gallia. Don't worry, everyone. We'll find it on the map. I found it. There it is. Let me
Oh yeah,
circle it.
we can put the pretty map up again. We don't have to look at the bad drawing of that. That's mostly for everybody else's benefit. That's not mostly to look at. So Gallia is all the way down here, and Thale is
I
over
know
here.
Gallia.
You know Gallia. You do.
Yeah.
Any Gallians in the chat?
What do you know about the wine from there?
You want to do a wine check?
Sure.
Be
Do a
history.
wine check.
Only we knew an old drunken uni student.
True.
Yes, if only I wasn't asleep. It's unfortunate for you, though.
With a 19, you can see that. You know that Gallia produces many of Theron's finest wines, as the climate of Gallia is very Mediterranean. It's very warm. It's very good for growing these sorts of things. You would also know that Gallians pride themselves on their vineyards, and they consider themselves far superior to wines grown in Dernier or Thale. But think of it like France versus Italy, kind of people deciding
Right.
which place has superior wine, and then them fighting each other to the death in the most middle class gladiatorial combat you can imagine. And then everyone else
sure-
is just like over here drinking out of box wine, perfectly happily.
Oh, they don't know the fine wines.
Quite embarrassing for them. I'm not here.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of the wine is Gallian. But what is this other stuff though?
Well, this crystal. Now I would have to go and check. Do you mind? And he like holds he's got the grain in his tweezers.
Yeah, sure.
He goes over to his counter. He pulls out a book, and you can see when he opens the book, it's like a giant. It like folds out into an enormous piece of paper, and it's just like columns and rows of pictures of crystals. Please.
Fascinating.
Mm.
It's like crystals with like the name of the crystal and like where you can find it, stuff like that. So you can see different cuts of gems. So you can identify gems or whatever they happen to be. And he like puts it next to everything on this giant sheet. Very interesting. Well, it's nothing that I have seen before. He flicks through he folds back the paper and he flicks through the book. Rare and unusual. You can see him scrolling through. Well, where did you say that you had acquired this crystal?
It was amongst imports being held at the docks. Sort of.
Well, the only candidate I can think that it might be is it might be the rarest of all crystals, quintessence. But why some would be in a cork in a wine bottle, I do not know. Is there more of this, or is it only this is what you have found?
This is all that remained. The bottle itself was
Yes.
empty when we saw it.
Bottle
We
was
think the
used-
bottles were being used to transport it, and it was empty, but some remained in the cork.
Ooh, very, very interesting. Well, I don't know of anyone who deals in quintessence. I mean, for many, it would be considered a fictional substance. Mythical, often, is the way it is described, although I have had my doubts for some time.
Did the shipmaster say that the shop bought the bottles? I remember saying they bought the silks.
They bought a crate of the balls as well,
Right.
and the silks.
So it'd be very weird for him to not know about this if they had bought a box of them.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this internal monologue?
Just internal monologue.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what of the silks that we found, apparently, which I forgot we had? Do you have any idea where these may have come from?
That's being asked to him, or is that also internal monologue?
Yes,
Okay.
that is not an internal monologues will not be in my life voice, although it may not be
Ah.
different enough from my own.
Your internal monologue sounds exactly like Wheater's.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, it sounds like Richard Hardwood.
Oh
Hello.
no,
Hello.
he's trapped inside a robot.
My maker.
So when you ask him about silks, yes, I purchased the box of silks. I believe that they came from TNC originally, but you can see that there's some of them on the shelves, and you can see that he points to a few of the. I want to say the word is reams, but I might be making that up. The thing that you store cloth on.
It's reams of paper.
It's reams of paper, but is it reams of cloth too? Any English speakers in this? I have no
Not
idea.
anymore.
Don't
No.
How about
think-
English teachers?
doesn't
We got one of
sound
those.
right.
Any English teachers know if it's a ream of silk?
I know cloth these days tends to be sold in bolts.
Bolts? Oh,
But-
okay. Well, it's one of those. That's for everyone's working out the word you used to describe this.
I
it's
don't
like
think
that.
it's either of them. Ream, noun, a large quantity of something, especially paper or writing.
Oh, okay.
So in terms of a shelf for it, no. Not ream.
Not ream.
If you're just saying a lot of cloth or silk, then yeah.
It's just in a
um,
big pile. It's not even neatly folded anymore.
Specifically, a ream is 500 sheets of paper, but it's become just to say a large quantity of something.
500 sheets of paper is a large quantity, so I think that's fair.
Hmm.
But
Formerly 480, actually. That's what we get for moving to the metric system.
They updated it. Okay, anyway, so you can see where they are on the shelves, all these cloths. And Hope is like, yes, no, I've put some out there, but I have kept. There's a few that I've kept in a box. I'm sending them on to my husband and my wife. When sort of
Excuse me?
shipping picks up. Hmm?
How very modern of you.
Very modern of me.
And could we have a look at these crates? Just to make sure, nothing Nothing bad is going on? Make sure the name of the store is all okay.
Yeah, I suppose. But know that I am holding them, so you will not be able to purchase if you like them.
Yes, that's fine. We're just here to have a look.
Takes you to the back, shows you the cloth. You want to investigate it?
Yeah, investigate the crates.
Okay. Well, there's only one crate,
Okay,
and also there's
one
not a
crate.
crate. There's not another crate for where the bottles were, but you can see when you go back there that there is a shelf of extra wine bottles. Any investigations?
Investigation?
Is it?
My
not-
goodness.
Oh, there we go.
Boy?
More wine.
With an
Yes.
18.
What's my investigation?
Yeah, I got 18 as
I'll,
well.
I'll hold off.
Okay. You can see that the crates with the silk in, the silk all looks like it matches. It's clearly silk from Tianxi. It's like very, very fine quality and all the rest of it. There's nothing else odd about these boxes. And if you are investigating the wine as well, you can see that all of the wine bottles very, very, very clearly say like the name of the vineyard and then Durnenland, which is a place that many of you will know about.
Durnenland.
Durnenland.
Speak
You
for
can go to the
yourselves.
political map if you want to. I can find that Durnenland. Boop. So remember that importantly for people who are going to get lost with the proper nouns, the ship was from Gallia, but all of these wine bottles say that they are from Durnenland.
Do we see any bottles out front that seem to be from Gallia?
They all look like if you want to go back and look, no, they all match these bottles. They're all from Durnenland as well.
Hmm. And the silk crate, the last one had like an indent where something else seemed to have been. Does this one just look like it was filled normally?
Yeah,
with
this one
silks?
they're piled like straight across, like in layers. Although you
What
can
do
also
you
see
lot
that.
know?
Oh, sorry.
What do you all know of the import tax laws for wine? Maybe this is a tax evasion scam, and Galilean wine is taxed more than Durnenland.
It's a good question.
That was not internal monologue. Hope is there. If you're suggesting that I'm trying to avoid taxation, no, I purchased this Durnenland wine from the crate. Yes, it's all from the same the same source.
Yeah, yes, but the bottles.
Are
What? But
are
I
you
don't think we're talking
aware?
about this. No. We're not talking about your wine. We're talking about the bottles that we found.
I should hope so.
Not everything's about you, Hope. Gee.
In my store, it is my kingdom. Everything in this store is about me.
We're not talking about what's in your store. We're talking about what we saw before, based on what we see in your store.
I mean,
Nor.
we are kind of talking about the store. Internal monologue line. Because they did buy one of these crates.
But importantly, the crate that was purchased was full of wine, not empty bottles.
Still weird though, because it was from a ship from a different land.
Yeah.
Than the bottles were from.
It's true. It's an observable phenomenon.
Honestly, at this point, it just sounds like a trade ship was picking stuff up along the way, doing trade along the way, and did trade here.
That's a possibility, though. I don't know if Galleon ships would want to tarnish the reputation by selling lesser wines.
I will have you know that my wines that I have purchased are the finest wines that you will find in all
Not
the White Bear.
about you, Hope.
Do not go around town saying that my wines are of inferior quality.
We have
We
nothing
won't
to
say a
about
word
your
about your
wine.
wines. We're just
Although-
trying to piece something together out loud.
Yeah,
We're
it's-
trying to understand
We don't
one
believe that
ship has
you.
wine from two places.
We don't want we do not mean to imply or state or accuse you of any impropriety.
It's not
Yes.
about you, Hope.
We're trying to figure out where the impropriety was long before it came to you. You are a delightful businessman.
so
True, I have my charms. I should say if you're trying to track down an impropriety, then perhaps you would know the name of the dealer, the original dealer of these wares. Remember, I do not have that information. I had simply purchased from the shipmaster.
when you went
Thank
to
you.
make these purchases, was anyone else around that seemed interested as well?
No, normally they stay there for quite some time before we have additional funds to pick up some items. So there wasn't anyone, to my knowledge, who was interested.
I see. So let's recap what you've very helpfully identified for us, good sir. The silks are from. Wait, we spoke about where the silks are from, right? Were they from Galea?
No.
Yeah, the silks are from
No.
Galea. No, the silks are from somewhere. The wine is from Galea.
Should really start
What's from
noting this down.
Galea is
The
nothing
wines
from
were-
Galea.
the
The wine is
ship-
from Galea.
The ship was from Galea, but the wines seemed to be from.
But was the wine from
Durmanland.
Galea? Or was the wine from Durninland? Or the
No.
bottles from Durninland? There was no wine in the bottles.
No,
Bottles were
the
from
ship.
Durninland.
The ship from Galea seemed to have brought 2 crates of wine, quote unquote, at least. One of which seemed to be Durnanland wine, and the other one was the weird bottles.
The empty.
So there
bottles,
was
yes.
wine. So there is some
Yes,
wine.
there was at
Okay.
least one crate of wine brought on that ship.
Yes,
see.
strange metallic man. If you wish to purchase any of my wine, I promise it's at a very reasonable price.
Oh, I don't drink.
How much is the wine?
Well, it's 2 silver bottles. 2 silver bottles. 2.
Two
I-
bottles.
bottles.
I have not drunk today before anyone accuses me. No, it is 2 silver pieces per bottle.
Isn't that cheaper than the wine in the inn?
I think it's like the same price.
Wasn't
I
it
feel like that was
glasses
5
wine?
silver.
Oh yeah, for the whole bottle.
Oh, these
Yeah,
inn markups are getting crazy. We can get the finest wine here for 2 silver.
Oh,
Yes,
I'll
it
buy
is.
one of these bottles.
Oh, yes, sir. 2 silver, please.
Durnanland wine.
Then he goes and rushes. The 10-8-3-2 is a very good year, I hear. That's 2 years ago, by the way, for those who care about wine.
I have no idea about that at all. I don't know what you. What is that strange number?
And was this one of the wines on that latest shipment you got?
Oh, all the wines, yes. That was quite fortuitous. We were running very low on a previous stock. In fact, actually, there was purchased last week. So we didn't have any for a few days, but then, fortuitously, we have got this whole crate.
Oh, that'll be handy given that given how the storms are right now.
Oh, yes, they're terrible. Lots of things seem
Oh,
to be washing
yes.
up lately.
Yeah, I'll take
Anything,
that bottle of wine.
Anything you find interesting washing up?
Well, I keep my eye in. I take a peek every now and again.
That's a masterful non-answer.
Yes,
Bravo,
it is
sir.
rather, isn't it?
Oh,
Well, look, if you're looking for something in particular, you could have a look at my wares. I mean, you seem to be reasonably competent, I assume, travelers, at least, adventurers, maybe. But we have armor, we have weapons of almost any description. Some of those have maybe found their way to move these shores off ships passing.
ah.
Excuse me.
I am an honest businessman.
He-
If
He's
something
just
washes
describing
ashore
trade.
and there is no immediate claimant to said item, who am I but to ignore the winds of commerce and to pass it on for a few gold pieces? I'm simply doing Crocus's great work in sharing items for gold.
I think there is nothing immoral happening here.
I am but a humble shopkeeper.
Said it was 2 silver.
Yes, two silver.
Very well. I shall have one of these bottles.
I can do you a deal if you would like. I can sell you
Oh?
5 bottles for 1 gold.
That's the same. That's the same price.
It's the same price. Yeah.
I can see you're one to watch out for.
I don't
You
think I'll
did
be
just-
needing 5 bottles of wine.
You did just try to use math against a robot. So
Ah, yes, I've heard about this. There was an automata that was in Palmouth. My wife was telling me about it. Can you do... What was it now? What was it? Divide by 0.
Why would I do that?
Oh, well, there was this counting machine that they were displaying in Palmouth that apparently, if you said that to it, it broke. They were very
Fascinating.
proud of it, but as soon as somebody did that, then they got rather...
They needn't be. Clearly, the advances in technology are lesser than I anticipated.
Oh, well, it was
If we-
rather quite the expense, and I don't believe that the people were particularly happy, considering all of the current financial matters in North Korea. But we are not here to discuss politics. We are here to discuss commerce. So it was 5 bottles for 1 gold piece?
I'm just buying one.
Yes. I can see that you're definitely one to watch out for. Very well. Takes your silver and gives you the bottle. Now, do you require any other items? Or is there some information that perhaps I may know that you would like to reimburse, recompense, if you would?
Is there something you want to know?
Well, if there's information going, you seem to be in the know. I would be happy to sell that on to somebody. It's not just material goods that people are after these days. Knowing things is also very good for business.
It would seem there's a smuggling operation in effect here.
There's always a smuggling operation in effect here.
And
It's just
we're
right
going
there.
to stop it.
It looks up at you.
Mark my words.
Looks up at you with like, there is a little bit of disgust in his face. What do you mean, stop it?
End it.
For what purpose?
It is the path of the righteous to end such operations, which diminish the hard work of those earning a living.
Well, it makes my hard work a lot easier if people are doing that.
You what?
Well, like I said, attacking other people's commercial interests is not my idea of good for business. Now, I have personally never purchased anything from a smuggler. Had I known that they were a smuggler, there are people who have misled me, of course, I am sure. But smuggling is good for business. It keeps costs down.
At the cost, the true cost is the lives of those that are harmed by it. If you want information from me, you shall have it. The information you should give to your friends is that they should cease in this act, lest they feel the wrath of redemption upon them.
Well, who are these supposed friends of mine that are engaged in this smuggling, as you describe it?
It's a hypothetical. It's not all about you, Hope.
This is my shop.
Oh, life, you crack me up.
Look,
I'm
if
going outside. Fuck you guys.
Yes, perhaps it would be best for us all to leave now. Leave you to your
Yeah.
business.
Yeah,
very
that
well,
seems.
if you need any further items, you know where to find me. And remember, if you are in any of our other establishments in Fogholm or in Palmouth, please remember to look for Hope's Emporium for all of your mercantile needs. Good day. And then he like claps at you to like get you to leave.
As language
Yeah,
evolves,
head
I
out.
could have sworn that was pronounced mercantile back in my day.
Been a long day.
It really has.
Right.
All right, heading out.
I'd like, yeah,
I am.
after
Anyway.
leaving, like to taste test some of the wine and see if it seems similar to like any galleon wines I've had before, or if it truly is a different.
Okay. What's that gonna... I mean, I'm gonna do a con test because it's booze related, but I don't really have a good one for this. Are you a connoisseur of wine, I guess?
We know someone who might be.
True.
I mean, she probably had her fair share of wines back in the capital of Gallia.
Okay, then we'll just do a straight intelligence check then. No modifiers to it. Just can you tell if this is different or not? You should just be able to click on int to do it. Okay, so without your proficiency, so it'd just be 10. With a 10, there's nothing about this that makes it remind you of wines that you've drunk from Gallia. So without a point of comparison, this could be done in land wine. It certainly doesn't seem like the wines that you've had from Gallia.
Okay. Perhaps Verity would have a better idea.
Mm. Would it be a good idea for me to cast Identify on it, see if there is any magic in it?
You could certainly try.
Yeah, I'll ritual cast Identify on it then.
Nope, no magical properties about this wine from Identify. There's nothing. It just seems like it's wine. Also, everyone, when you leave the shop, by the way, please make a perception check.
Perception.
Oh, there's some pretty good perceptions there. Miles, Life, Ileana, and Aquatic. Because it's not your name. Sorry, Aquatic.
No, it's alright.
It threw me off because everyone else's names was their names. You all see that Hope is watching you through the window as you leave.
We've just stepped outside and immediately swigged on his wine, and he's pretty surprised by it. These people are drunks.
I think you rattled him, life.
I would
Good.
hope so. Sometimes fear is the only way to bring about true change.
Well, at the very least, after something like that, if he has contacts, they're definitely going to hear from him. And that means we're going to hear from them.
Yes.
Aha,
That's
I
good,
see.
though.
We
If
have
there
set
are
the ball rolling.
ongoings, it might make questioning a bit more difficult if you make people upset.
We are not here to scam people into telling us what they would otherwise keep to themselves. We are here to better them.
Also, actually, with a 20, Life and Ileana, you would also notice that from the direction of the square in the middle of town, where all the temples are, you notice that there is another figure who is dressed quite like they're dressed well. They have expensive clothes. They also appear to be looking over towards the group as they leave Hope's Emporium. And if you make your presence, yeah, okay, that's all you see for now. Yeah, yeah.
They look fancy folk. I don't know what fancy folk look like in this age, actually.
They're not dressed in
Seems-
browns and beiges. They're dressed in like a very rich red with like there's.
Oh, I meant that in character rather than
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
like what is fancy dress these days. I suppose I mean
Seems like
fancy dress.
That's
someone else
they're
has
pretty
interest in
well.
us.
They look pretty well dressed to me.
They look like someone who knows their wine.
Perhaps. Could be worth giving them a little chat.
As you make it apparent that you have observed them, they leave and head westward in the city.
Wiggle fingers at them in a wave.
After them.
Yeah, let's follow 'em.
I mean,
There's-
actually, I'm kind of used to people staring at me at this point.
Fair.
It could be anything. It could be anything. After them. But
Don't
casually.
shout that.
Life
No,
puts
that
a
was in
little
my
light
Wheatus
on top
voice.
of his head that flashes blue and red, and it goes in a little
Oh
swirl.
no! it's the
Stop
popo.
right there, criminal scum. You have violated my privacy.
Okay,
In
Oh, dear.
public, you violated my privacy.
so are you following?
Never seen
You
you.
following this individual?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're gonna follow.
Seems prudent.
Also, Jack, if you wish,
Hello.
Verity can have woken up at any point during this and come out because it's been a reasonable amount of time.
Yes, I'm going to get up and just stumble out of the pub. It's like 3 p.m. and I'm like, oh god, I've had a crazy night.
You feel like you have slept for a very, very, very long time.
Oh, what day is it? I'm going to ask the bartender. What day is it?
Well, you've only been asleep for about 3 hours, so it's the same
Oh.
one.
That nap was incredible. Oh,
I don't need to know what you get up to in your sleep, sir, but
Oh,
thank you.
just sleep. I was lovely sleep. I felt like I became one with the pillow. It was incredible. Oh,
She's just like, help?
Oh no!
Looking for help in the tavern.
anyway, do you like my orb? I'm going to thump my orb on the counter.
Yes, sir. It's very round.
Oh, why, thank you. I pride myself on the shininess of my orb. Have you seen my grandchild, my granddaughter, anyway?
Definitely outside the inn, sir. Definitely
Oh, thank you.
outside.
Thank you. Harmless puff. Scamper away. Away I go.
Your harmless puff was considerably more impressive, and also
Oh.
had little tiny leaves in it.
That is okay. How did I go?
Oh no! Now he's littering with leaves.
Yeah, so you run out of the inn and you see that the party, because it's not hard to it's very hard to miss, sorry, is proceeding through the square in the direction of the west of the town, and you can see them because you can see all the people you recognize.
Oh, wonderful. Anna, they're running up, and I hang my skirt, my robes up, and I'm like running across my sandals, slapping onto the stone. Step, 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 step. How's it going, everyone? I had a nap. What did I miss?
Everybody,
You-
when Verity shows up, he looks a solid 10 years younger.
Wow, that nap did wonders for you.
It was the best nap of my life. You don't
Clearly,
even know.
You don't look half as dead as you did this morning.
Oh, thanks, Mars. It's very nice of you to say.
Oh, Gramps, have you learned some disguise magic? Very impressive.
No, I could do this. Armor's puff.
It's a lot
Still
more
got it.
impressive than it used to be.
Ileana's very confused by
Whoa.
this.
I'm highly suspicious now.
Your magic has gotten much better recently. Well done.
I had a wonderful dream, and I think it helped reframe my magic a bit. It's very exciting. You know that thing you were doing the other day? I can do it too. I'm gonna make a mage hand appear in front of me, just instinctively. I can just do it.
This is nice and all, but we are in active pursuit.
Oh,
We may be
what-
walking, but it's to look casual.
Okay.
Are we? What have you done?
Yes.
What have you done?
Let's keep moving.
But we can fill you in.
Okay, I pull my hood up over my
come
face,
on.
and I'm like,
Come join along.
we're in incognito mode, and I'm gonna pull out like a little knife. What's the plan?
Okay, put the knife away.
Okay.
Yes, that's a good start.
We're following that dude in the fancy clothes. I don't point, but I just say the fancy
I'm
dude.
gonna point at the
Nice
first
clothes.
dude I see. So that one.
It's just like a random person. Like you know, it's a priest. It's one of the priests standing outside one of the temples, like dressed in like really simple brown robes.
Yes, that guy. Go get him.
No,
Suspicious.
no, not that one. Just follow along, and you'll figure it out.
Oh, okay. You lead the way, Leon. I got your back. I'm gonna crouch down.
You find yourself when you crouch, by the way, Verity.
Ah, my knees. Oh,
No, it's nowhere near as bad as it was.
oh. I'm gonna do some squats as we walk. This is incredible. My knees
I mean,
feel incredible.
you're to clarify, you're now what 70 rather than 80 plus. So
Yeah.
it's the difference between a 70 and an
I
80.
feel so young. Oh, there they go. Oh god.
If it's anything
Able-
like the difference between 30 and 40, oh, you'll feel it.
Able to
It's
do
incredible.
like one squat instead of 0.
Yeah, it
100%
doesn't literally
improvement.
fall apart. if he
Infinite
squats.
improvement.
True, it is infinite.
Oh.
So you're following this gentleman who is proceeding. It becomes very, very clear that they are proceeding up the hill to the town hall.
Oh.
How lovely.
Oh, that's
How far away are they?
Have we been to the town hall? Is that where the shit
Mm,
people
not
keep
yet.
their stuff?
No, the
Oh,
ship.
no,
this
that
is
was
good.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is a good place to go then. Maybe there's someone of importance here. Maybe we are following the person of importance. Maybe that's why they dress so fancily.
All
Why
of
are
what
we
you said
following-
could possibly
why
be
are we following
true.
This guy? Who is this man?
We don't know yet, but they seem to have a keen interest in us, so we have one in them.
No, suspicious. Well, he hasn't seen me with you guys. Do you want me to go talk to him? Pretend I don't know you.
No, I think that would be a terrible idea.
I'm
I
pretty
think
charismatic.
you should stick with us, Grant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you have still just currently got your hood up and knife drawn.
No, I put the knife away. What are you talking about? My hood's always up. I'm a wizard.
He says, putting the knife
Armor's
away
tough.
hurriedly.
Yeah.
Random fisherman walks up. Call that a knife?
No, sorry. Pat her away. I don't have knives.
Okay.
Do they seem to be like just walking away from us, or do they seem to be like quickening their pace as we're following?
They're walking away. They upon seeing that you noticed that they were looking at you, they basically turned around and they walked away.
Yeah, so then we can just casually follow them as well.
Mm.
No need to make a scene.
So they
Let me
walk
know
up.
when you want a scene. Just let me know. I'm ready.
They walk up the hill, and they enter through the main door of the town hall, and they go inside.
Well,
going in
let's
there?
go in, have a little chat, eh?
That sounds good. Let's go.
So you go up to the town hall. There's an enormous double door. Do you do anything, or do you just open the door and go inside?
Are there like guards or anyone outside the door that would
No.
try to stop us?
About a sign.
I will knock.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
When you knock, after a few moments, a half elf woman comes to the door, opens one of the doors to you. Good afternoon. How can I help you today?
Hello.
We're following
We're-
a guy.
Excuse
Sorry.
me.
I'm not with these people. I'll just scamper away.
Who?
Go
Sorry.
sneak around and find another way in.
It seemed that the village idiot was following us.
What's
Yes.
that man? I've never seen them before in my life.
Traveling
I
idiot?
don't know.
I suppose they haven't been to any of the town hall debates before.
No.
Anyway.
Yes,
we
we're
were-
here for a meeting.
Do you have an appointment?
It was a bit of a sudden development, so it might not be in the list, but it's very important.
I will check. And they shut the door.
I'm gonna scamper background. I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry. I'm feeling pretty tired.
They
I know I
come
just
back
had a
after.
nap.
They come back after a moment.
While they're away, are there like any names on the building that says who lives there?
No, it's just
Oh.
it's just the town hall. It's just like a
Yeah.
large civic building.
Is there like anything that says the name of like the mayor or anyone importance who lives in the town hall?
I mean, yeah, I guess there would be. So it
Did
would
we
say
see the mayor on the dock when we first came here?
No, that was
I don't think so.
Constable Borloff.
yeah, it was Constable Borloff. So yeah, there would be a little plaque by the side that would have the names of the officers of Brightvale. So you'd have Chamberlain Larman, who is effectively the mayor. You would have Constable Borloff, who you've seen.
And this person didn't look like the constable, right?
No, they did not look like that.
Okay.
You would have Bailiff Aberrants. They were human as well to help you out with that, by the way. And Marshal Ferrald, and I am going to write that. There you go. That is what it would say on the little thing by the door.
Let's go for the bailiff. Sounds fun.
Why the
We're
bailiff?
shopping.
Or maybe Hope's Emporium is in debt, and the bailiff had to
Possible.
pay them a visit. Maybe that's why they're engaging in this activity that they deny vehemently.
I think the bailiff's a good idea.
I'm going to touch the sign and cast light on it.
It glows with a the light has a ever so soft little green hue.
That's fun.
Hmm.
Sorry, I keep forgetting what we're doing here. I think I'm losing my mind.
Well, we're here to meet the person who just walked in.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know why we didn't just say that to them. Hey, someone just walked in. We were meant to meet them.
I did tell
But
them we
no,
were following
just said,
someone.
oh yeah, we had an appointment, as though it was made weeks ago.
Well, I specified it was an urgent meeting. That it probably wasn't an appointment. On
Well,
the
Yeah,
list.
and
I'm gonna
we just
push the
wasted this
door
poor
open.
lady's time. She just walked in there. She's gone to check for appointments. We didn't
I
even
did
say who we were
specify.
meeting. We didn't even say who we were meeting, and now she's coming
I'm
back
pushing
like,
the door.
yes, we have
I
an
push the door
appointment to
open?
meet with my grandmother. It's like, no, that's not who we're here to see.
Oh,
She returns to the door. She opens the door again. You can see that she is holding a book. I do not see anywhere in the appointments for a party to meet with either the chamberlain, the constable, the bailiff, or the marshal. So,
I'm going to walk up and be like, funny how
you
these things
again.
work out.
Why is the village idiot
Why-
here again?
Look, and I'm going to put my hand on their shoulder and go, no, it's
Why do you
okay.
touch him?
I'm
Don't
going to cast
touch
Charm
me.
Person.
Get off. Okay.
I'm casting Charm Person.
Wisdom saving
Ooh.
throw, I believe.
It is a saving throw, yes. Not a
Uh,
very...
Okay.
Oh,
What?
So,
that's
Yeah.
a fail.
so
Ooh.
the way this looks,
Wait, where does charming come under my oath?
so she's like, "Get off!" And then as soon as you see like there is an effect. You can describe how you wish. And then suddenly she puts her arm down, and
Harmless
she
puff.
becomes much more amenable.
So yes, I'm here for a meeting with the Chamberlain. Do you mind just escorting me in
Bailiff.
and my friends?
The
Let me
person
take
who just walked in.
Whoever just
Yes.
walked in, that's who we're meeting. Who was that? That's who we're meeting. You look wonderful. You're radiant.
She like the person who. Oh, you have an appointment with the bailiff. May I ask
Oh,
what
we
it's
did
about?
guess right.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Well, just walk us in. It's fine.
It is tangentially related to Hope's Emporium, but that's all we can say.
Yes, indeed.
You can see that like she's confused because, if I'm remembering correctly, charm person makes them more amenable. They're not. They don't just do what you say, but they're friendlier.
It's
So
They regard me as a
very-
friendly acquaintance.
yes, very well.
it is very important.
It's good. This way. I don't know if they've got to the chambers yet, but this way. You can see that she's like confused. Because she was hostile and then is not. But she leads you through the town hall. You can see that there is a large central space, clearly for meetings of some sort. There's a small office to one side that was obviously her office. And she leads you through the halls to a room that has bailiff written above it. And she knocks politely on the door and then kind of opens the door ajar and says, my apologies, bailiff. The party to meet you about Hope's Emporium is here. And you hear a voice from the other side of the door. What? A party to meet me about Hope's Emporium? What are you on about?
I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah.
Well, I got us this far, gang.
As
It's
that
on the rest
happens,
here.
yeah. I think Ilyana would just barge into the room and be like, "Oh, hello, bailiff. How's your day been?"
I beg your pardon. How dare you barge into my office? Why have you let this mob inside town hall?
It's
What are you
okay,
doing?
lady. You can leave us now. We're here for our meeting. This is how he always acts. You know how he is. He's an angry man. It's fine.
She kind of like politely smiles and like makes her leave, like kind of holding her head a bit. The bailiff is like, "What have you? How did you get in here? What? Who
I'm a bit
are
of a-
you?"
I'm a bit of a wizard. Harmless puff.
If I
I think that says
learn,
everything I need to
sir,
say.
if you have gained entry to this building through magical means on my secretary, I will be bringing the full force of the law down upon you.
I'm not the only one who can do magic. That metal guy can do magic as well. It was probably him.
Passing the blame. Look,
What
we
is
are
this
here
outrage?
on very important matters to try and protect the town.
This better be good. You will have 30 seconds of my time before I call the guard.
Well, I don't know anything about this.
We believe
That's
that
true.
on one of the recent shipments, some magical items were smuggled in, and they are doing harm to the town and surrounding areas.
I believe there are
It
some
would seem that there is a smuggling operation happening within the town. Sorry, I'm here to save the day. There's a smuggling operation
After being
happening
thrown
within
under
the
the
town,
bus.
which is clearly undermining your profits and the livelihood of the general population. We were attempting to track this down in Hope's Emporium, where we picked up some further leads when we noticed you, watching. Thought you might want to have a chat.
So you have barged into my office to tell me that in the North Coast, around Brightvale, people are engaged in smuggling.
Yes.
Not just smuggling of
not-
magical items that are potentially very dangerous.
Any item could be potentially dangerous. Smuggling is rampant.
Then you must be glad to know someone's finally doing something about it.
He looks at you with I'll let you do an insight check on that one, Life.
Oh dear.
An eye insight check. I'm very good at it.
And
Oh,
it's
Am I?
he's better at it. Never mind. It's fine.
the 17. Incandescent rage is the way to describe the way that he just eyes at you.
Excellent.
After the comment about rampant smuggling.
You were the one spying on us when we were outside the village or outside the Emporium, so you know.
I was merely making my rounds around the town, which I have a duty to protect its interests, and I see a strange group potentially harassing our shopkeeper. And then they make their way to the town hall. They burst into the town hall, potentially through magical means on the secretary, which we will
I don't know
learn
what you
that
mean.
later. And then they tell me that there is smuggling going on of magical artifacts which are a threat to the town.
Yes,
I
that's a
would
good summary.
like any reason that I should not have you brought before the Chamberlain immediately for trial.
Why
Do
would the
you
Chamberlain not be happy to know of smuggling operation being put to an end?
Just
Gonna
like
lean over to Ileana and be like, "Just how adventurers go normally. This does not go very well."
Why would you want the smuggling to continue?
it is not a case of whether or not I want the smuggling to continue or not. It's a fact that it exists and it profits this community. You would ask me to silence those who merely bypass North Drinia's unreasonable tariffs. So you would
Do they
like me to
bypass-
go to anyone who practices commerce in the North Coast and tell them, no, you must pay your 10% to the Duke of North Drinia or Brightvale will not help you.
Do they pay less
Look,
than 10%? Does the whole
it's-
community benefit, or is there perhaps one person or two people in
The-
particular who benefit?
That would, yeah. Ah,
There will always be those that benefit more from trade and those who benefit less. That is not my responsibility. My responsibility is upholding the law, of which I can see several clear violations.
I would say smuggling is a violation of the law.
I would say you're a violator. Quite
Excuse me?
harmless buff. We're going to hide behind life.
Again.
I see that you are a magical practitioner.
Look,
No.
There was no
The
magic
issue-
performed on your wonderful secretary. She's a
Dis-
half elf. I'm a half elf. I have my charms.
And you're a human, I'm a human.
Please,
Let's
look
get
at
some
him.
jobs going.
He can only
have a
use-
robot.
He is rising to anger at this point.
Are there any candles in the room?
Candles.
I don't know. I have no plan. Just to clarify,
Look,
I have no plan.
The overall smuggling is not the primary issue here. It is the specific things which have been smuggled are very dangerous to the people.
What she said.
They are supposedly causing some serious issues with the flow of magic in the area.
What he said.
Flow of magic is not under the purview of the law with regards what it's doing in the surrounding environment.
but it
Magic's
should be.
interference inside the walls of Brightvale, yes, we regulate. The rest of it is none of our concern. And anyone who wants to do insight can do
Yeah.
an
It's
insight
my
on
time.
general demeanor towards you all.
This is my moment.
Oh, I wonder what he feels about us.
I wonder.
As
He
a dirty
loves
20.
us. He loves us.
The one.
Everyone who got above a 16, so with anyone below a 16, you don't need to you know that this person is pissed off at you. Like they do not
Yeah,
like
we
you.
can tell.
But everyone who got above a 16, his concern is not just that you have done all these things to inconvenience his day. He is also definitely masking that he's obscuring his involvement in anything, and he does not want to be discussing this with complete strangers, basically.
You mind if we take a sidebar? Do you mind just waiting there while we talk amongst ourselves?
Well, actually,
I
was gonna
will
say
give
something.
you. Oh, sorry, you go for it.
Do you remember that strange person that appeared in town a week ago, and in the center of town through some magical portal?
Yes, I believe it was a wizard who was seen
Yes.
walking away mumbling something about Serentor. Yes, I believe I remember the incident.
Wasn't me.
Yes. This magical item that was smuggled in was the cause of that. They were not intending to come here. So if the magic is affecting teleportation, it could very easily affect something that could do great harm to the town. Surely you would want to assist us in finding the cause of that so that the people of the town are not harmed by this.
One
Make
day
a
a harmless
persuasion.
wizard.
Yes,
One day a harmless wizard, another day a devil.
exactly.
Well, no,
At the
Who
very
knows
least,
what else
that-
could be
12.
brought here?
with a 12.
At the very
Yeah.
least, it'd get us out of your hair.
With a 12, he responds in a very, very condescending tone. What that individual brought with them, or the cause of their misadventure, is again not the concern of this town, nor me personally. Now, I will ask very politely to you all to leave before I summon the guard.
I think that's fair.
Very, very good.
Thank you for your time.
What's going on?
We're leaving.
Okay, harmless bluff. Let's go. Right away.
Let it always be known, sir, that the actions of the self hold more meaning than the actions forced upon you. Good day.
Do not blame us when something terrible is brought
No,
to
I
your
said
mind.
enough. I said enough.
You got the last word in.
Fuck you. It's all about me.
On my way out, I'm going to cast
Yeah.
a minor illusion of myself crouching down by the door. It's going to jump up and go boo if he leaves within the next minute.
Yeah. Ileana just sort of storms out very frustrated with the bailiff,
It only lasts for a
not
minute though, so if he
understanding the
doesn't,
plight of the situation.
my spell only lasts for a minute. So if he doesn't leave in a minute, it disappears. It's fine.
The bailiff does actually see you off, like out of the building, and does you see that
Make sure that we leave.
to make sure you leave, and also afterwards you see sort of like 5-10 minutes later, you see that a guard has now been stationed outside the building.
I'm trying to be real good with that illusion. I couldn't do it before, but it's just so easy. Incredible.
I am gonna need to head off now.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I was also
Yeah.
gonna suggest that this is a good point to have like our 5 minutes, like everyone go bathroom, get drink and stuff.
Yeah,
Because we're
5-minute
almost-
break.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so
I
you've
was-
managed
I
to
was
piss
gonna
off the
say,
bailiff.
yeah.
Congrats.
My character will.
500 XP.
I'm
for
assuming
pissing off
there's
the
no
bailiff.
plan to go back to the person in the lighthouse like anytime soon. So my character will probably head over there
Yeah,
and inform her
sounds
of
like we're
all
going
about
to
the
soon.
stuff we've discovered.
Yeah, yeah.
Before
So you're not- are you not
returning
gonna
to
go
the
have a big nap?
tavern to rest.
Um,
To be fair, there's probably a comfy chair to fall asleep in over there.
I can sing the praises of a big nap. Last time I had a big nap, I got very strong.
okay. Thank you very much for playing Aquatic, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
Yeah, I probably won't be here next week.
Oh, okay.
But
Thank you very much.
yeah, maybe at some point again in the future.
Yee.
Mm.
Perfect.
Mm.
Okay.
Perfect.
I will put us
Bye.
on BRB. Bye. I'll put us on BRB, and we will be 5 minutes. Everyone in chat. Thanks everyone for watching. Everyone go get your drinks, your peas, your poos, all those things. Wash your hands. Anything else you want to do, do so. And we will BRB for 5 minutes.
Mhm.
5 minutes. Got it.
Hello, chat. I got back first, so I will say hi to everybody. How's everyone doing? Oh, we had a follow. Thank you, Hot 8s, for the follow. I don't know if you're still around, but thank you very much. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Mystery is deepening, ? And also, as is typical and tradition with a D&D party, they're pissing off all the local important people in town. Maybe we'll get a civil war going. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, M is here. I will do an
Hello.
unmute. Hello.
Hello.
Let's go back here. I think I have to fix the thing again because I think something
I
about.
don't. I like it. You know, everything was too smooth. We gotta rough it up a bit. A bit more assertive.
True. Well, I mean, yeah. I'm very proud of you for like completely pissing off the bailiff. Oh, I see. Because Wheatus turned off webcam. That's why. Gotcha. So I have to fix that once Wheatus is back. Yeah.
Well,
No.
you know, we clearly know the bailiff
You've
knows
we've
more
g-
than they want to give.
we've got a rogue, we've got a Verity, the chaotic wizard, and we've also got the super righteous robot paladin. Law
good
enforcement
recipe.
was doomed.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for the enemy of law
I'm
enforcement.
kind of tempted to just try and find the mayor and just go talk to them next.
Well, the Chamberlain, who is the mayor, they're also inside town hall.
Well, you know, we can get in again.
I mean, you might. The bailiff isn't going to be happy you're there.
Well, they
Also,
don't have to see we're in.
also, the bailiff did tell you that if it turns out that the secretary was charmed, that you did actually commit a crime.
Wow, that's on Verity, isn't it?
That's true. That is on Verity. But you were informed that that was a crime. So I assume next we're going to one of the inns for the roomery thing you want, or are you wanting to go on to find Tom Gill?
Is a good question.
Because
That is a good question.
There's lots of rumors that you can accrue. I mean, you've already got a lot of information this episode so far, so.
Yeah,
Hello, I'm here. Sorry, I was.
we've figured out lots of smuggling. The bailiff's clearly in on it, but doesn't want to admit it.
If they
Yeah.
were clearly on it, the first thing that a criminal does is not like, we know you're in on it. It's like, you got me, bang to rights.
You got me.
Yeah.
We should tail him. Not
We should-
tonight, though. I need a nap.
We should proceed to talking to the constable and the marshal.
What about the mayor?
Fuck the mayor. Clearly in on it too.
We haven't even talked
but-
to the mayor yet.
Well,
I've
we
only
can
got
talk
two
to all
more
of them.
charm
then.
persons. So
Let's just go back in the town hall the back way and talk to all of them.
We'll talk
Yeah,
to all of them. You know, we
that's where
know
they
that
all
already
are.
that the constable will spend time outside of the town hall because he saw me emerge from the water.
That's true.
Yeah.
The
Well, somebody
constable
went-
at least seemed relatively friendly.
I mean, the bailiff was hostile because you broke into his office. I'm gonna
This
be
is true.
like, it's not
Oh,
like
we
he
didn't
was
break in. We walked
We
in.
didn't break in. We were invited in.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for pumped up kicks medieval style with female vocals to reach the point on the playlist where it plays.
that.
That's
Wait,
what I want.
oh, that is quite far away.
Well, we've-
It's
Yeah.
over an hour, several
get
hours
there.
away.
We'll
We've just
get
gone
there.
through the classic scene where, like, the heroes come in to speak to the president. They're like, there's a terrible thing that's happening. We need to stop it. They're like, what do you
Also-
mean? Get out.
Hold on, I'm going to have to go in like half an hour to an hour within that region.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're aware.
Yeah, no worries.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, it could just be accounted for by me having another nap.
Yeah.
Having a nap.
Well, I'm tired again.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to go undercover because you broke the law.
I'm just going to go to bed. I'm sure when I wake up, you guys will be taking care of it all. I'll be
It'll all
fine.
be taken care of.
And I think I do pretty well in prison.
You
they
could
all
probably
say.
just charm your way out of prison.
I've only got 2 more, so
So as long
Yeah,
as
I
there's-
don't want to go into prison with a nickname, a harmless puff.
But
Yeah.
I
oh, no,
will
I
say,
don't want that.
I will say, as long as the jail has only 2 guards, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief.
I don't know where breaking out of jail stands on my moral compass.
True.
It's for the good of the people to save the town.
Depends how
Look,
corrupt the
it's
people
already
running
a
the jail are.
stretch. It's already a stretch to say that charming an innocent bystander is necessary. It's probably not. I'm
And
gonna have to
that's-
have words with you, Verity.
That is fair.
Uh.
I was just gonna try and persuade her normally, but I already went for it.
Well, I've got spells. Should use them.
Fair. Also, Wheatus, is your webcam back on? Because I think I
Oh,
have to.
yeah. If we're ready to go, then yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
ready whenever.
Bam.
Okay, so why is
Hopefully
it
that's
done?
the right screen.
Why has it done this?
Is it on? Come on. Any second now. Any moment now.
I've been split in 2.
I don't
Any
know.
moment now.
Any second now.
There
The
it
power's
is.
That
that,
went now.
it's just that great now.
I don't
There's
understand
2.
why every single time the webcams turn on and off, why Discord changes the apparent layout of it. It's fine. I'll fix this.
It's because Tiger's gone.
But Tiger
right.
didn't have webcam.
Yeah, but they're in the thing, which would move things around a bit.
You could disable all non-video
Yeah, I
participants.
did that.
Oh.
Well, then I don't no idea.
That's fine. It's fine.
Discord be weird.
I don't know either, because like the one I did, everything was in the right place every time.
Yes, when
I s-
we it was perfect.
what?
Uh,
I mean, it went well enough. Like I broke it, but that wasn't Discord. That was me.
yeah, it's like it just doesn't like it. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Right.
I
So
like being on the screen twice. It was nice.
no double fame for you.
Oh, I'll take single fame. That's fine. Single fame's good.
So, you have we are leaving the old
Yeah.
town hall after
Yeah.
I'm
doing
scampering away. Oh, I've never felt so alive.
puffing,
Oh, fuck.
smoking the whole
Balls
way.
over.
Verity getting the rush of being a criminal.
Oh,
I've never done crime before.
I'm sure he's
Listen here,
excited.
Verity. Listen here, Verity.
Oh,
Us
I'm listening.
doing good for the people
Wait,
and stretches
Uh,
in our behavior.
I couldn't
Hello?
hear we.
Wait,
You,
Hello?
that
you cut out.
you just cut out.
Oh
like,
fuck!
You
Were you
cut
watching
out.
a
I've
football game?
I've had silence cast on me while I'm trying to rebuke. No,
Verity
I know
just
what it
cast
was.
silence. Like I don't want to hear.
My USBs are fucking up every now and then.
oh, okay. That's, yeah.
So anyway, listen here, Verity.
Hello again.
The pursuit of the greater good is what that we must all strive for, and I'm allowed to win for certain allowances while we try to end this smuggling operation here. But charming of innocent people, that cannot be allowed to stand.
It's harmless. In an hour, she'll be fine. Probably. I don't actually know. Never used that
You
spell
don't
before.
even know.
I've never used it before. I mean, there's worse fates in the world than to be
Here's
charmed by
what must
me.
be done, Verity.
Oh,
You must apologize to this lady.
Oh, no.
I say as we're standing outside. I'm presuming they've gone inside now to recover.
Yeah.
Um,
Next
Yeah,
time I
must
see her.
They went in and they
Next
got a guard
time-
out. There's a guard there now.
yeah. Yeah.
This
The next
is
time
guy.
you see her, you must apologize to her. This must be heartfelt. I must believe that you mean it.
Okay.
You must never do this again.
I will never do it again.
Can I make a
I'm
perception
sorry,
check if
Dad.
I
I
can
mean,
see
I'm sorry.
Verity's crossed fingers?
I
That he has not crossed his
An
fingers.
insight check to see if he's telling the truth.
He's crossed his toes.
I don't
Ooh.
worry about the cross. I'm also going to, as we're talking, I'm going to like wave my hand behind me, prestidigitate a silly marking on Life's head.
My vibe
Because
check.
he's
No.
a surface.
No.
I assume he's not flesh. His skin is a surface.
Wait.
So I think that's
No, he is a living being.
prestigious. Yeah, but it's not flesh. It's a
Okay.
surface.
He's trying to graffiti life.
You can't graffiti live with prestidigitation. It's alive.
Well, then I'll clean him instead. I'll clean him.
Yeah, you can do
You
that.
could graffiti life's weapon probably.
Yeah.
I'll just give him a clean.
It's just that life, the person, even made of metal, is still a person.
Well, in that case, I won't do it behind my back. I'll put my hands up and go, clean.
You're now clean. Whatever that means to you, like
Clean.
you are clean.
You're covered in barnacles. You're
Clean.
not anymore.
The barnacles on my ass are gone.
Oh no, not Bill and Tim.
They were my only friends for 10,000 years.
Erase them in an instant.
You murderer,
go.
Verity.
And I'm going to pat him on the shoulder, like, I will apologize. And that's the beginning of my apologies. A clean for you. Strange metal thing.
Every apology begins with cleaning somebody accosting you.
Yes,
Yes.
clean for you, old hermit.
Yeah. It's
clean
not like
for you.
cleaning yourself of your sins. It's cleaning them of feeling that you did wrong.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are cleansed.
My brain has been prestidigitated.
Consider yourself. Veritate. Away. On the spot.
Dab. No, wait, dab's my vibe check pose. I forgot.
Dab's
Yeah,
your
that's your
vibe
vibe
check,
check pose.
Discovers
Right.
that I'm
Okay.
a celestial.
So
Oh, no.
to get the party back
Wow.
on track, are we going to the inn to look for rumors? Was one of the things you wanted to do, or are we going on to find Tom Gill?
I think.
I
So
fucking know.
I think we should go to the inn. If what the bailiff says is true and the entire town is in on the smuggling operation, then now is the time to check. Otherwise, people
I
power.
was just there. They were very.
Well-
they love me there.
Yeah,
It's like- I'm
okay,
good
great.
friends.
You can ask them then.
Yes, I'll lead the way. I'm gonna go the wrong way immediately.
Okay, so the way we're gonna do this, just because like we don't need to. If you're going to the inn to ask about rumors, you can ask like generally you're because you're like milling around talking to a bunch of different people. If you have specific questions you want to ask or about a specific topic, we'll do that, and then you can roll your persuasion check to see how much information you get out of like the crowd as a whole.
It would
But you can
seem
ask
that-
supplementary questions,
yeah,
just like to
yeah.
start it off.
I'm gonna
think-
march right up to the bartender.
Okay.
Oh no.
Smuggling. What do you think?
Make a persuasion check, but you're having disadvantage, Rarity.
Smuggling. What a way to put it.
Well, that's not a bad first roll.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It's not a
Those
first
are
Pretty
second
good
roll either.
percentage. What are you smuggling? You're gonna have to be a bit more specific than that.
That's the best
I don't-
outcome you could have got.
I don't really know what's going on, but I think some of your guards are smuggling, maybe magic stuff. So magic stuff being smuggled in. I really
But why are
shouldn't take
you
the lead.
handling this? You clearly don't have a clue what's going on here.
What are we
Yeah,
doing
hello.
here?
Look,
Hello,
if you're
innkeeper.
trying to get in on something, then I'm
Yes.
not the person to talk to. But I will say
Well, I'm-
that there are times when yes, people bring goods through and they take them on. I know that a while ago there was a bit where there was some, what was it called now? Gold U, which would come down from the north, which they were shipping out through North Drinia. I heard about that, but
Well, if I was wanting to offer my magical services to somebody in the business, who would I talk to?
well, like I said, I'm not the one to arrange that if you're looking for employment. I know that it's quite often that the old Burcrest estate, sort of 3 miles along the coast, that's often where people go to collect to do these deals. It's been abandoned for decades, so you could try there if you're really desperate on getting in, but I would say I couldn't advise it. They can be quite
Well,
ruthless.
thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. Is that a we're like gesture at a cup? Is that a cold cup of tea? By any chance?
No, that's just water.
Well, it's warm water now. Prestigitate. Whoa. Would you
The
prefer
man
it
drinking
cold?
it
I
is
can
like,
do
oh, what the
cold.
fuck?
It's pretty cold here.
My
so-
water is really hot now.
Oh, it's so hot.
Oh, Barry, they made my water hot.
What the hell?
Thank you for your time, fair maiden. I'll see you tonight when I come back to sleep because I'm tired.
No.
just because I'm passing through, not for any other reasons.
Yeah, no other reason. Just because I'm staying here.
I'll have you know that I've been happily married some 3 decades at this
I'm
point.
so sorry. I didn't mean to imply. I'm also. Well, I was married. She died. It's okay. I'm not looking for anything right now. Apologies for implying. Harmless puff. Run away.
It vanishes in it.
She talks to the guy who's now like
Hmm.
frowning to Barry, frowning at his like warm cup of water. Now, if that is not the strangest fellow we've
Yeah.
had in here,
I guess kind of want to ask around, like, if someone wanted to perhaps purchase like special magical things, if they might know like who to talk to.
okay. Make a persuasion check. Let's see if there are people in the know around here for you. With a 10. So there's not like any specific rumor that anybody has for this. They basically tell you that the best place to buy magical items is when Hope gets them in. They don't have anything like, there's not like a guy that you go and see if you want something magical. It's that they've heard that people, if they want to buy something magical, Hope is their best bet. But there's not a solid rumor there. That's the shop. Yeah. Anyone else with a question before we go back to second questions? And Nemeth, similar.
I would like to ask.
Yeah, I guess I have another question after
the
that. but-
general people of the inn. Essentially, I've been looking around town, and I find that business owners and, well, people of importance seem to be benefiting from a smuggling operation within this town. Are you seeing any rewards from this? Just so that I know if the people are benefiting as well as those in power.
Okay. Because
Ooh.
of the way that you've asked the question, please make a persuasion check with advantage.
Bam. And bam. Well,
With a
could have been better.
15,
He's
every
okay.
single person in the inn raises their hand.
Wow.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay then.
Appreciate your time.
Wait, how
And
did you
then-
word
Harmless
it?
puff situation.
And there's one like older woodswoman who kind of comes up to you, sort of with a smile, and very sort of softly talks to you. Look, the best way to put this is, if you're looking for someone specific who is looking to sell a thing that you want, you'll have to ask for that person. Other than that, everybody around here, if something falls off the back of a ship, they'll be able to shift it somehow. Okay?
I'm not talking off the back of ship nonsense. I don't mind, like, we've found this on our shores. I'm picking up the accent here. It's been so long since I spoke to anyone
The
that it's
strange
just
ripple.
coming through.
OwO, you've gone
OwO?
local, you have.
Oh, I know. It's been so long since I saw anyone, but I think the first accent I encountered is the one I'm picking up. Right then. It always happens. Always happens. I'll end up French by the time next week's over.
J'accuse.
Jackie.
Oh.
Oh.
What I'm wondering now in this case is if the smuggling is simply, oh, we find this stuff as it gets ditched, then I don't really give a shit. I'm more concerned about the organized crime. Well, I'm not even going to call it crime. The organized smuggling perhaps going on over your heads.
Well, I will say that there's been a few times over the past few months where there's been a couple people, not locals, have come in and they've been a little bit rude around town. Now, I don't know, but they've said in the past that they were throwing their weight around and they said they were part of the Silken Web. Now, I don't know that was true. That's just what they told me. There you go.
Fascinating.
So
I won't know what that is. I have no doubt,
Silken
but
Web.
maybe
you
someone
have
else will.
You have no knowledge of that at all because you are from the land before time. You were playing with the dinosaurs.
Is there a chance any of the rest
Where's
of us would know
Daisy?
about that?
Any of you who grew up in cities, which I'm pretty sure every single person is, you can roll a history check.
Oh, this is my time. Where's
I
the
love
button?
rolling dice.
History. Oh,
Get the
fuck.
17. Poor Nevin.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I spend
Oh,
most of
no.
I'm picking it up. I
I
spend
only
most of my
got one
time at
more.
sea.
I only got one more with a +4 than you did. Fuck.
True. With a 17 and a 16, so I mean it makes a lot of sense, Railsar, and Ileana, maybe you've heard about it. The Silken Web is basically the people that you go to when you want to do large scale crime. They operate in almost every single city around Theron. And they are kind of involved in doing things that the law wouldn't necessarily want you to do. They think of themselves as honorable thieves, and inside, like in Elaine places, so where you grew up, Railsar, they are they're borderline part of the Thieves Guild, but not quite. It's like the Thieves Guild, but overseas for you. But anybody who's sort of involved in anything a little bit shady inside cities know that's kind of what they are.
Right.
Organized crime on a large scale.
With the way life worded the question, did the people seem like, I forget exactly how it was worded. Was it like they raised their hands because they're upset at the smuggling, or because they're happy with it?
I was asking if they were benefiting from it, basically.
Yeah.
In the same way
Okay,
that
so they
those
said
above them
yes,
might
we're
be.
benefiting from it.
Yeah,
Every
everyone's
single
happy
That
person.
with
means they
it. We're
probably like
continuing.
it. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is that like what this lady's trying to tell life is that there is specific smuggling which people might not know about, but just asking
Yeah.
people about smuggling, everybody's in on it. Everybody will do
Yeah.
it. If they find a thing, they'll just sell it on, basically.
Yeah, so
Right.
it would seem that the vibe that they're getting is the people think they're all benefiting from smuggling, but the smuggling they're benefiting from is basically they find lost things
Salvage.
and sell it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
They're
just
not-
They're doing
salvaging,
salvage.
They're
basically.
not benefiting from
But there's
the
potentially
real
a
things going
smuggling
on.
thing happening that they don't know about,
Yeah.
involving the organized crime situation of stuff.
I guess kind of want to ask around, like, if someone wanted to get in on the smuggling of like special wares, who they might want to talk to.
Didn't like Verity find that out?
Did Barry find that out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to go to if you're trying to like get recruited or something like that, then people know that like the shady place that people go and do this. You know, like if you sell something on like an online, just buy this and you go to a parking lot outside some supermarket
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. So their version of that in Brightvale is this abandoned estate like 3 miles up the coast.
Right. Okay.
The Burcrest Estate, if you want to, or Burcrest Castle, it gets called too.
Definitely could be worth going there.
Hmm. Yeah. If other people have stuff to ask, go ahead. But otherwise, I'm about to give an educational speech on the difference between smuggling and salvage to the
Yeah, you
people of
trying
this
to-
town.
That was based
Oh,
on
God.
last
Make-
thing.
I'm trying to make a pendant with the word life on it using prestidigitation. It's not quite working yet, but I'll do it.
Actually, no, I think I should just keep talking to this old lady who seems to know shit. fuck just standing on tables and shouting at people.
I mean, honestly, it sounds like a smart idea.
Okay. Any
But
other
yeah, if-
questions from? I think Nemet and Sim, you haven't asked specific questions. If you have specific questions,
Honestly,
I-
wouldn't know what to ask. So
No,
probably just listening for rumors.
Sim.
I got nothing specific.
Okie dokie. So if anyone else has any additional questions, other than life educating people on the difference between salvage and smuggling,
No, I
I
think
can think
that's
of a
it.
stupid question. Give me some time.
no. I more meant like if you want to carry on the rumoring in the inn.
I
think
can't
that's
think of
good.
anything funny or intelligent.
No.
Okay.
I got nothing.
So yeah,
Why
you
don't you
spend.
ask them where the secretary lives, Verity? So you can go to her house and bring her flowers as apology.
Oh yeah, I'll sit down. I'll go up to just some guy at a table, and be like, "Hey,
Okay,
you
this
know where the secretary lives?"
Make a persuasion
Up
check.
in
roll a
Oh,
natural one,
what
you're
a-
gonna get the guards called on you.
the town hall.
Oh no.
It's not a. So I'm not creepy. It's it's 22.
Wow.
Oh, there you
22.
go.
Yeah, no, he'll give you the address. He'll tell you where it is.
How do you know what her address is?
How do you know?
How do you know?
Well, everybody in this town knows where everybody lives.
That makes sense. Insight check on that. Insight check on that.
Insight away on this random fisherman.
Wow.
22? Yeah, no, it's a small town. Everybody knows where everybody lives.
I'm
Not
from the city.
anything
I'm used to a
sus.
lot of perverts. Apologies.
Oh
Thanks for
no,
your
don't
help.
worry. They if you want insight for that too, they definitely think you're a pervert. Yeah, don't worry.
And yet they
Well,
told him anyway.
Yeah.
As I step away, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, this is
They're
my
a morally dubious person, apparently.
this is my calling. If you need to get in touch with me, this is my name. I'm gonna flick him the token with the word life printed on it.
Yes,
That will
because
last
we
for an
are
hour.
so mistakenable for each other.
This is my name. If anyone asks,
Your
That's my
name
name.
is
Didn't I
Life.
make a huge show of
Yes.
my introduction to the town? Like everyone saw me emerge from the water and say, "Hello, my name is Life."
I'm
Right?
not related to the robot. Well, maybe I am.
It's a family
Actually,
name.
that's wrong. It's gonna last 6 seconds, and now it's gone.
Wow.
Uh,
Amazing.
Verity's gonna
I'm
go
a
from
Spuff.
pretending to be someone from Windweird to pretending to be related to Life.
harmless
Lots
Spuff
of
and I run away.
families.
I have
It's just-
the address.
He's well connected. Yeah, okay. So you have the address. So anything else people want to do, or are we moving on to you deciding the course of action?
Yeah, I guess.
I can have
decide
my
where we
chat
wanna
with this
go.
lady now, I guess.
Oh yeah, chat away.
My dear, I'm well aware that people in this town find things fallen off of passing ships and will take it and sell it as their own. That is fine. What I'm talking about is the more organized smuggling operation potentially going on here. I know that people in this bar raised their hands to say that they happy with the smuggling situation, which I believe they mean the salvaging situation. What I'm asking is, Does the overall smuggling operation bring benefit to all of those in town, or just those involved in it?
If you're asking about a specific kind of smuggling, then that'll depend. But I will tell you that, for the most part, people don't like talking about smuggling because it draws attention. And if
It
passers
would seem
by,
they don't know the definition of it either, but that's neither here nor there.
if travelers come through and they find out that all this smuggling's going on and we're all making a bit of coin off it, then somebody might come in and do something about it. Whereas if we all just keep stum, then we can all happily pocket some coin.
So everyone knows and everyone's happy is what I'm
Yes.
asking. And yes, okay.
But
Thank
when
you.
it comes to other things, I'm sure that there are those who are trying to use our goodwill to do less than good deeds. And well, if we find out about them, we'll probably band together and do something about it. But we
There
don't
is
want to
no
pry.
part good, my dear. You cannot let one thing slide and then try to stand against others. You must commit, and until you do that, I cannot help you people any further. And I think you do not wish for my help.
That was very well said, sir, but unfortunately, no. I don't know what you're helping us with, but stopping people selling things that they find on the shore or that people maybe have got from less than reliable means is not going to benefit this community.
Very well. I hope that the people of this town will change their mind. But it is not something I can do here. Not now.
Yeah, she'll just kind of leave.
Yep.
She'll leave
Yep, that's
hanging.
good.
Yep.
That's good.
Well, where would we like to go next?
This town is full of pricks. There is no saving it. It is clear that we have to escalate
didn't-
this situation to the proper authorities if we plan to put an end to this.
I didn't realize you could be so harsh.
Did you listen? Wait, no, you didn't listen. These people all know what is happening. They know the actions that they are doing. They know the harm that they can do to the communities around them solely for their own benefit. There is no repentance here. There is no redemption unless they face the consequences. And the consequences I cannot bring to them from here.
People are just trying to make a living. Most of it's fairly harmless. But there's
Harmless within
definitely
the
some
town.
wrongdoing.
I dare say if we visit any other town that is not benefiting from this, they will be feeling the strain of the subsidies this town is facing by virtue of its location. No, the law is the law. It cannot be enforced locally. That is what we must bring to this town. Justice.
I'm playing rock, paper, scissors with my mage head while he's doing this speech.
Justice.
And you know what? The mage hand wins.
Ooh.
Random chance. Round two.
Nice.
I don't need to do random chance because the hand will always win.
I'm gonna play for this the next minute. Just constantly going. My God, this hand's amazing.
That's a sound. A sound
What's that?
clip. Anyone want to-
What the?
That is a phrase.
Everyone make a
Right,
perception
Joe,
check
so
to see if you
talented.
see the mage hand.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God.
I mean, well, yeah, okay, but in all seriousness, you can all see the mage hand. The mage hand is beating him every single time playing.
Oh, I was worried.
rock,
What?
paper,
Oh,
scissors.
boy.
But it's, I mean,
Mage hand is what?
yeah. It's.
Oh, mage hand.
Oh no.
Oh goodness. You're so talented, mage hand.
You,
You're beating me every time. I don't think I can take much more.
you know you can just make it lose on purpose, right?
It's more fun this way, and I just smell it.
Do
No,
you
it's
want?
good fun.
Do you want to try and make it lose?
No, I just smell it.
Okay.
Clearly, I was. It's more of a mental challenge. I've got to get over. I think.
Okay.
Oh, I've
So
got
what's
some
the
dirt on my robe.
Well,
Digitapes.
shall we go to this estate?
do you want to
Certainly a
go
direct approach.
to the estate first, or do you want to go and talk to Tom? So Tom Gill is about a mile south, on the edge of the forest, and then the Burkhurst Manor is 3 miles up the coast. So
It's opposite directions.
yeah. So like
Oh gosh,
it would be
5 mile walk. Fuck.
yeah.
Reminds me of this Tom fellow. Somebody.
He was the one who saw the
I
broken
don't know who that
ship.
is.
and was
He's-
related to unloading the crates, I think.
Yeah, and he had supposedly a good memory. of
Yeah.
Right.
Who might have been working the docks that night, I think.
Is that even important at this stage? Now that we know the
I
entire
don't know
town
if we need
wants
to
this shit to
discuss
happen.
with him.
What possible information could he give us? What is our goal? My plan is end smuggling because,
We
know,
need to find who's
Yeah, the paladin found
magical-
something
Always
bad to
the
smash. We got it.
righteous.
Oh
The,
no, is Wheater's gonna start a war on smuggling? Because wars on words never end well.
Oh no. We starting the war on smuggling.
Oh no,
He's
Wheater's
gonna invade a third world city. No.
that's life's next 30 years.
yep, it's on. It's on.
Oh no.
Only this particular one. Besides, it's
Oh.
not about ending the smuggling, it's about making the people stop it. Which is, I guess,
Know
the
the
same thing.
consequences
same
of their
thing.
actions.
But you wanna
But
make
yes, that.
them end it themselves instead of you destroying
Yeah.
it, I guess.
The
Yeah,
only benefit
which-
to talking to Thomas
Hearts
would
and
be like
minds.
finding because we're trying to find whatever was in those bottles and specifically find out who has whatever the magical stuff is going on.
Well, there's a fair chance that these were brought to the estate.
Well, let's just go. I've only got little legs.
You want to go to Burkhurst Estate?
Yes, let's go to the estate.
The estate
do it.
seems
Yeah,
like the
let's
better
do it.
lead of the two right now to us, I think.
So you begin. You're traveling 3 miles. You will be traveling into the very late afternoon, early evening. So it will be beginning to get dark. Does this affect your decision?
It's getting close to nap time for me. Sorry about the plates.
Well, if it's dark, it might be easier to sneak in if needed.
I don't really need rest. I kind of do, but also kind of don't.
That depends. Are we sneaking? Are we deciding to be sneaky? Are we being sneaky on this approach?
Well,
I think I can
look,
sneak.
they-
I have a
they
-1
are-
dexterity.
They are clearly shady folks, so they're probably not going to let us in if we're all upholding the law and whatnot.
Well, I
So
think I'd be
either,
very good.
We
Okay,
we
Miles
feign
just sort of
interest.
stands there and just bounces up and down on his toes. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I don't do stealth.
Neither do I. I crouch down and I immediately fall forward and face first to the dirt.
Well,
It wouldn't
If-
be
I have no
particularly
idea
easy for
why
me
he's
either.
doing that.
if
No,
we
let me roll my stealth, I guess. Hang on. Might be good.
I
That's
think we're
12.
not particularly good at being hidden, but perhaps we are quite convincing.
if we feign interest in engaging in the smuggling, they might parlay with us.
Hmm.
Oh, she's so clever. Isn't she
But
so
I-
clever?
If
But
they're
how
just
would we
some
make them
shady
stop?
stuff, it's better that we go there at night anyway.
It's the
Well,
right
we have to-
ambiance.
We have to figure out the depths of what's going on before you can figure that out, Life.
So maybe we do talk to Tom. And then have a nap and go visit them with potentially more
I'll
information.
definitely need a nap.
Hmm,
Yeah.
I'm already getting tired.
Yeah, you're
It's
making
only
a
been
good
3
point.
hours since I woke up. And I'm already exhausted.
Already
Perhaps
tired.
Tom will be able to give us an in, or perhaps Tom will be able to reveal the extent to which certain parties are benefiting over the, well, others.
Who is Tom?
Fuck's
Our other
sake,
lead.
How many times?
How many
I know
times
I
do you have to
asked this
explain
recently.
this,
but
Scripps?
Tom's a
I'll
dude.
stay quiet. I'll just follow along. It's fine.
Tom is a dude who like knows what's going on with smuggling and works the dock sometimes.
Oh, I think we should talk to him then.
Yeah.
All
Maybe,
right, I
maybe Tom.
suppose we could go talk to Tom.
Is this a
Maybe
decision?
Tom will know the true extent. Yes.
Okay.
Is this decision? It's my decision.
So
Is it others'
Yeah.
decision?
What? Yes.
we are gonna
Very
walk.
well, let's gather a bit of extra information.
Okie dokie. So you begin to you walk southwards from Brightvale, the bustling urban center that is Brightvale. The lights quickly
Is it
fade
really
behind you.
bustling?
No, it's not. It's like 1,000 people. There's like maybe 10 people in the densely populated market square at any one time. So yeah, you proceed southwards towards the Giant Home Mountains, this enormous mountain range that is in front of you, and
That's a
all
big hill.
it's very, very big. The heights of these mountains, like they're easily 6-7 miles high, the highest peaks in there, which is obviously higher than Mount Everest on Earth. So think that sort of scale.
I definitely knew that. It's a big hill.
Yeah, very, very big. All around the bottom of it is the Gale Chase Forest, the forest that kind of goes on the north coast. And you can see that quite distant because it's a mile away from town, but not so far. There's a little light indicating where the farm is. You can see there's a few around the place. There's a few farms, but there's one that is southwards that is at the edge of the forest, which matches the directions you've been told.
Is that his house?
I mean, it's in the right
Presumably.
place. Who can say? But it seems plausible.
I'm going to make my way down.
You make your way down. Okay. So you all pass through. It's the road is pretty muddy. It's like a gravelly mud trackway, so you're gonna get dirty shoes because it's still raining. And you make your way towards Tom Gill's farm, as you know it. You see it. There, it gets closer and closer and closer, and then you're there. It's a small-ish, like hovel. I don't know how to describe what word to use for a house here. It's
I
a
used to live in a place like this in my 20s.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a long house. It has a thatched roof. It's like quite simple stone, and there's a door and there's a light on the inside of it.
I've got a plan to get him out, but it might
I'd
not
like-
be great.
No, I think we
I'd
just
like
knock
to
on the
just
door.
go knock on the door.
Okay, that makes more sense.
What's
Never
your
mind.
plan, Verity? I want to know Verity's plan.
My plan was to do a minor illusion of some horrific screaming.
Oh my god.
Save
So
that for
always
the
the
smugglers,
horrific
then.
screaming with you.
Yes, save that for the smugglers.
You see, I thought he was going to set fire to the roof. That was what I
I
thought. he was-
can't set fire to things.
Oh, there you go.
I very wisely did not give myself the ability of fire,
Arson is very.
but it won't be long until I get fireball.
Oh no.
Yes, it will.
Okay. So yeah, you go up and you knock on the door.
Yeah.
I feel like
Knock,
I shouldn't
knock.
lead this conversation.
From the other
Knock, knock,
side,
knock.
you hear, who is it?
It's Life and various others.
Hello.
Oh, the gods is life.
I'm
You don't know what life is? You fool.
Is it how many?
We're travelers from the town, looking to investigate some issues ongoing.
some smuggling.
Yes. We're here to stop criminals.
You hear the voice like is now like close to the door, like on the other side of the door. What do you mean, investigating some crime?
Smuggling.
Why have you come all the way out here for that?
Well, we understand that you have seen some imports, and you have been described as having a good memory.
Yes. We'd just like to ask you some questions, if that's all right.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna say fucking nothing.
Already said too much.
I got a nat
Yeah.
20.
Well, nat 20.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I suppose there's no harm in answering a few questions if that's all it is. And you hear like him unlatching the door and opens the door. And yeah, there's Tom Gill. He is human. It looks like a fisherman. He's gruff. He's like in his maybe his 30s, but look pretty normal.
Maybe we come in. It's still awfully miserable out here.
Oh yes, sorry. Where's my hospitality? No, I have a pot of tea on the go. 1 second, and he invites you in. You can see that there's a few chairs around, but there's two armchairs that are by the fire, and then sort of the rest are like kitchen
Immediately
chairs.
plopping myself in one of the armchairs.
Ah, this is the life. It's wonderful. These chairs are fantastic. Where did you buy them?
And he brings up some goes. Oh well, I don't know if you should, but I suppose it's okay. We should always be hospitable to guests. That's normally Garen's chair, so
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll send the other one. There you go.
that would be my chair. That's okay. You
Oh.
can sit in my chair. No, you can sit in my chair. You are old bones need
I'm-
the chair more than I do. Right. So who's for tea?
What the fuck?
I will have some.
Sure.
Yeah. So he begins pouring out tea. Now, what's this business, this crime that you need help with? And also, why are you all the way out here through the pouring rain? What can I do to help?
I don't much know. Anyone
Oh,
else?
we're here out of hope, really. What we understand is that you work the docks on days where things may be coming in.
Aye.
We're also aware that the town has, well, been made quite profitable by an amount of smuggling potentially taking place through these docks. And what we're curious about is that the people of the town all seem to be benefiting from it, and they all seem quite happy for it to continue. What is driving curiosity, though, is that the people in the town, not all of them seem to be aware of the extent of what is going on, and as someone who has been closely exposed to this, we're wondering if you could perhaps reveal exactly the extent of this smuggling.
Make me a persuasion check there, Life. As you're making your persuasion check, by the way, for everyone else, I'll just describe the inside of the house. So the inside of the house is like a pretty simple dwelling, wood on the walls and stuff like that, and like nice furniture. But the thing that is unusual for a homestead of this kind, you can see on all of the walls, the decoration isn't like paintings or pictures of anything. It is insect cases and small animal cases, like people who keep butterflies, like hundreds of butterflies pinned into a box, like
I
that.
see.
All of the walls are covered in this stuff. With an 18, he'll be like, well, I know I hear things. There's times, to be sure, where some folks come in from out of town and they want to trade something specific. But as a general rule, people aren't too ill disposed to it. But I think you're hinting at something very specific.
Yes.
Well,
I'm going
maybe.
to, as they're talking, I'm going to subtly cast prestidigitation and cool down his tea. I'm gonna
Yes,
throw a
there
wink
was
at Ileana.
a recent shipment that came in with some strange bottles and silks that we were told you might know a bit about.
The dockmaster suspiciously that that shipment had no name associated with it. We're hoping perhaps he
Yes,
knew
that's true.
who worked the docks or who might have picked up that shipment, who it might have been destined for.
Who it was destined for, I don't know, and the captain didn't give me their name, but I did help unload the ship that had those balls on it. They didn't give a name, though.
When you were helping unload it, was there anyone who seemed off in their demeanor, perhaps?
Well, there might have been a couple of newer dock hands. Didn't catch their names either. I think they came from Silford Way. They were just sort of traveling along the road.
Have you seen them since?
Oh no! They were there for the day, and then they traveled back along the West Road back to Silford. I'm pretty sure that's where they're from. It might have been one of their names may have been Bill.
Was the other one dead?
Yeah, I think they were on an adventure of some sort. No.
Oh, wonderful. So, do you mind, real mid conversation? Do you mind showing me where your bathroom is?
Oh yes, sorry. If you and he takes you to past the kitchen and out the back door. So the way that
I'm gonna.
the building is, you have this large central room. There's two rooms to the right, which look like they're bedrooms when you glance past, and two rooms on the other side. One is a pantry and one is the kitchen. And then there is another door at the back, but the door is shut. And then there is a little door that leads outside. And he takes you to that one.
Wonderful. I'm
It's
making a
just-
mental note of those bedrooms that I walk past, by the way, because your boy's getting tired.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You head out, and there is an outhouse at the end of the garden.
I bow and I give my thanks, and I don't know, prestigitate him, warm him up a bit. There you are. Thank you very much.
It's very strange, but thank you, I think.
Do you mind if
Comes
once
back.
I'm done here, I might need to go to bed. Oftentimes when I have a big adventure here,
Yeah,
I
he will
I
give
need
you
to sleep
permission
after.
to find a bed to rest in,
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. You're so kind to me.
or
Anyway,
you can fall asleep in the lavatory. That's another option too.
I think I'll get a roll for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a
I'll do a
constitution
strength
save.
roll. A strength roll to see if I can keep myself awake. A strength saving throw.
I'll have to make it to the
Why
bed.
strength?
Yeah, it
That's
should
a
be
12.
con, right?
I think I'm fine if you want to fall asleep in the lavatory. I'm fine with that.
In that case, I'm gonna sit down, do my business, and as I go to get up, I'm like, oh, it's quite comfy. This dunk. It's gonna smack against the door, and I'm asleep.
Yep.
And that is
Roll
where
for
I will leave
damage.
today. Thank you for hosting, Hog. I gotta go.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Sorry for
Bye.
fucking up your camera overlay in a minute, but
Oh no,
hopefully
that's
it'll be
fine. I can fix that. Thanks very much,
Catch you
Jack.
later, gang.
See you,
Bye.
Jack.
Bye bye.
Wait.
Bye.
Oh, now there's.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. I love that. Wheaters is the two parts of Wheaters. I'm gonna leave it.
Oh.
Honestly, I love it too much.
Waiting for
Oh
super.
wow.
I see.
It's the perfect cut.
We got the bald and the rest.
Okay. Let's just turn on Jack. That was amazing. I love that. Okay, and then Wheaters.
Never a dull moment with Verity around.
Okay. There you go. I guess this is kind of weird because like now your box is like giant because you're the only box.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
lovely, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's quite slow to see it's come through on the stream, so I don't know if I can move. I presume I can sit up now.
Yeah, you can sit up now. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Tom comes back in. from assisting Verity. I just got him. He's at the outhouse at the end of the garden. He looks like he was falling asleep on his legs.
Wouldn't be
does
the
get
first
Oh,
time.
the laboratory's
Okay.
outside. Okay, of
Very old.
course it is. Of course it is.
Well, it's hard to have an outhouse indoors. That would be an in-house.
Yeah, that's very true. Maybe in the future or the past.
Maybe they'll invent flushable lavatories. Actually, anyone who grew up in a city knows that plumbing is a thing. Okay, so what do you want to ask Tom? What do you want to do? What do you want to do this poor boy?
All right. So you say you don't remember the name of the captain because the captain never gave a name. Do you recall what they looked like? A question that I asked, but then noticed that the mute button was on my mixer.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a tragedy. Okay, well, if memory serves, and you can see that he's taken a while to work out. It's like he's like, and he's like, oh yeah, so they were they're a big fella with mutton chops, sort of very very round, grey mutton chops, I think it was. Very distinctive. Now that you put my mind to it, very distinctive.
And he was a human.
Well, he certainly looked like a human to me.
Excellent.
Big guy, mutton chops, very distinctive. Anything else you remember about them?
Well, they looked like they had quite a lot of gold. Yeah, lots of gold rings on their hands. Gold waistcoat with like gold buttons. Very flashy. Maybe we should have called him Mr.
Flashily
Gold.
dressed. Okay. And did he say anything?
Well, mostly said take these crates off, put them on the dock, and they're they would have a somebody would come around and pick them up later. That's what he said. Yeah.
Okay. Beyond that,
Where-
did he say anything odd? Perhaps
mean-
something that didn't make any sense.
Don't think so. I mean, he wasn't from here, so he was talking foreign-like. But other than that,
Fair enough.
Did you see anyone who came to pick those up later? Pick up the crates.
well, no, that was not long before that big storm, and we was out trying to see if we could find any survivors from it. But so I don't remember ever seeing anyone come around and pick it up. But it could have been. I know that after a few weeks, the shipmaster he decided that it was just best to put them in storage, and then I think that Hope may have bought a few of them. But no, I never saw anyone come around to collect them. Suppose that's odd in itself, isn't it?
Wait, what about those two new dock hands from Silford? Did you see them messing with the crates in any way? They look like they were up to anything suspicious when they were helping unload them.
I suppose I wasn't watching them the whole time, so maybe they did. Maybe. But I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions on nobody. That Bill from Silford, he seemed like such an upstanding fella.
Did you not get a look in the crates at any time?
It's not my business, is it? I'm just there, take the crates off the ship. It's the shipmaster's business to see what's in them.
Hmm. And you're saying that you were surprised Hope wasn't there to collect?
Well, I mean, it's normally for Hope. They normally come down and grab whatever it is that they want. But, I mean, this fella said that they was for someone else. I mean, they didn't say Hope, so I assumed it was somebody else. And then nobody showed up. But, I mean, now that you've put it in my mind that maybe Bill did do something with the crates. But that would have been weeks ago if he did.
Hmm. Indeed. So, like I was saying at the start, right? This smuggling, it's the people know. Correct?
Yeah, it's this. I assume this is directed at the party.
Yeah, this is a Tom. Hello, Tom.
Oh, it's directed at Tom. Well, I mean, for most part, people are okay with a little bit of behind, under the counter, not on the books trading. Yes.
Hmm.
Do you know anything about the ongoings at the estate?
Which estate are you referring to?
The Burcrus estate.
That old rundown manor? I mean, I haven't heard of anything. No, there wouldn't be anything over there. Nothing at all. Why would there be something over there? Has somebody been putting that into your head that there'd be something strange and suspicious going on over there?
Can we insight check this?
Yeah, can we insight? The way you said that
Okay, yes, insight away.
sounds very
That was
weird.
the most suspicious way I've ever heard anyone answer.
Yeah.
Okay, oh my god. How many I don't know how many like things I had to do to try and get you to insight. With a 16 on Rails Art, pretty much all of that was lies.
Everything he said today has been a lie.
Pretty much all of the stuff he just told you was not true.
Everything about Burcrest or everything in the entire
Everything.
conversation?
All the stuff he was telling you about the docks, the stuff about the not the Burcrest, what would be going on in Burcrest? Oh yeah, Bill from Silford that I just remembered existed. Some random big guy with a mutton chops and he was all dressed in gold, but he didn't leave a name, so I don't know who it is. Yeah, that also wasn't true.
Well,
I was about to
Was it
type in
anything?
all chat. Insight is your friend. Okay, yeah. So, Railsar, you're the only one who knows that he
Well.
lied. Everyone else is like,
we're all none the wiser.
yeah.
This all makes perfect sense.
Oh,
This
this
place that
makes
we know
perfect
has a smuggling operation clearly doesn't have a smuggling operation. Now this guy said it.
Why would we think that? That is such a strange thing to think.
This guy clearly doesn't know anything about the smuggling operation.
Well, I'm definitely going to call him out on it.
Okay. Hey, what do you mean?
Well, we've got some pretty good information that there's quite a suspicious operation going on at Burcrest.
Well, somebody knows better than I, don't they? Look,
Seems
actually, you know
so.
what?
What-
I'll have to be making dinner soon. Garen's gonna be getting home. I think it's about time that you all left.
I think it's time you were honest with us, Tom. I rise to my full metal height,
Yeah.
which I always was at because I was standing. But now I make
You
it seem
stand on
bigger.
your tiptoes to be
Eat tippy
bigger.
toes.
Yes.
I
Yes,
I
in
mean,
my-
you
Run
can't
puffoutchest.exe.
you can't intimidate me with your strange metallic creations. I just because it's just because we haven't seen these things from the cities. You're not going to intimidate me with that effect.
If you didn't want to be intimidated, you should have lived around other people.
I'm sure we can find another way to intimidate you.
Wait, what?
Look,
Should we take a look around and maybe we'll find a pile of magic dust somewhere in the house here?
You
that would certainly be quite incriminating if we happen to find magic dust around.
This is my home. You have no right to go rummaging around.
We don't. It was awfully rude of you to lie to us this whole time now.
Well, what was I supposed to do?
Listen, Tom.
Well,
I am all about bringing people to the light. And you are giving us no choice but to take you down further and further in the hopes that you will eventually turn up. If you make it there on your own, the consequences will be less severe. The longer this continues, the more you will face. That's right, you prick. How do you intimidate while saying, hello, I want you to be good?
I want you to be good, or else.
You're just like,
Or else.
yeah, we're like
The fact
beacons
that I
of the
won't
light.
actually hurt him, I have to keep secret, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you might not.
We're gonna take you into
No,
the
I can't.
darkness.
I can't let you hurt him either.
Okay, yeah, intimidate
Well,
away
you could tell us off after the fact.
with advantage because that was terrifying. With a 16. Okay, no. Look, sir. Wrote the big metal person thing. I meant no harm. I really can't tell you. As much as I don't want to be squashed by you, I also don't want to be stabbed by them. And I hope you'll understand that there's some pretty rough types around here, and I don't want any of it. Okay, I'm just trying to make a living, just trying to keep this home for me and Garen. That's all I'm trying to do.
Just help us with the information we need, and we won't tell anyone that you're where we got it from.
If you're lucky, we might even take care of these rough-looking types for you.
It's also very possible.
No, I feel like they want this to continue. But are you now? Listen here, Tom. This is the most important question I have asked so far, and you've alluded to something here. These people, have they killed members of the town before, or visitors?
No, surely not. I mean, I don't think they would go that far, but
And yet you are fearful that they would do it to you.
Well,
Tell me the truth, Tom.
There's been disappearances, sir. I'm sorry. I wasn't trimming no eaves or whatever.
What?
Trimming no eaves.
What eaves have you been trimming?
No, nothing. No, don't worry about that. One of my friends.
A kind of bush.
No.
Why would you ruin someone's drainage like that? Anyway.
Well, no, okay, look. I don't know for sure that it was them, and I don't think that it was them, but there was somebody who went missing on the road a few weeks ago, but everyone just figured that the weather was bad and they fell off. That happens all the time.
Give me a
It wasn't.
name.
Who was it?
It was. I don't know their name. I don't know their name. I promise. I don't know their name.
Does he not know their name? / insight.
Insight?
With a 14? Yeah, no, he genuinely doesn't. He doesn't know the name of the person. It was just that people were talking about that somebody had fallen off the road, and that he has suspicions that maybe the Silken Web had something to do with it, because like maybe that he has other information to do with that, but he doesn't know the name of them.
Have we heard that name before? Or was that
Silken?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We know about that.
That's like the
We know that
behind
one.
Shit.
Yeah.
A more different thieves guild.
Now be honest with us. Is there anything that you did know about that shipment you didn't say before?
Look, okay, you promise that you're gonna take care of them and they won't get me or Garen. Promise?
No one will know
We'll see it done.
Okay. I was told to put 2 of those boxes, they were specially marked, to one side, and somebody would come round at night and they would take care of it. So I put the one crate that had all those bottles with that sand inside it, and then I put the I think it was supposed to be the one with silk, but there was a hidden compartment in it that had some other stuff. I never looked inside. I didn't want to get involved in that. I was just, they paid me and I put them to one side and put the marks on them, and then I came back home.
And you never saw who came to open
Collect.
them up.
No. I did not stick around. I don't want to know. If I knew, then I would be putting myself at risk. But next day I come, I see that the bottles are all empty, so they must have got their sand, whatever it was. And then the silk, the lid was loose, so I hammered it down. I saw that there was this a hole in the middle of it, but I mean, I figured nobody would care about that. Just a weird way of stacking silk. But it's from foreign parts anyway, so I'm sure they stack things in weird ways. And then I put them with the rest of the crates the following day. Nobody was the wiser. No harm done. Just some empty bottles.
And how did you get these instructions to leave the crates and mark them?
Well, there's always people coming through, and I was at the inn. The I'm not specifying because I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I was at an inn. You don't have much to eliminate. It's Bright Vale. There's only two, but I'm not giving away which one for their sake. And there was some fellas. They had the whole get up, the hoods over, very suspicious looking, and they come up and they're like, "Is there anybody here who could do some heavy lifting for a little bit of coin?" And I need the coin, obviously. So I volunteered. Now I know I
What
shouldn't.
did they
but,
look like?
Well,
Did you get a name?
No, they didn't give me no name, but they had the whole masks over their faces, hoods up, very shady, very suspicious. It was quite a uniform. I could describe the uniform to you though, if that would help.
Please do.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
So it was all purple, very dark purple, mind, very rich looking actually. And then they had these masks that covered their faces, but they looked like they had sort of 8 lines coming off them. I'm sure they were supposed to look like spiders, and they had like 8 little eye slits, but they only had 2 eyes. I could see that. The other 6 were for decoration, and they were all dressed as midnight. If they'd gone out in that dark, you'd never have seen them. And I remember distinctly, they had crossbows under their back. They tried to hide it, but it was very obvious. It was a big lump on their backs, and they had lots and lots of blades. So if you're thinking of tumbling with them, I would not advise it. They are very well armed.
Excellent.
I'm sure we can handle
right.
ourselves.
It shouldn't come to that.
I never told you any of this, though. Remember that.
Of
Of
course.
course.
And if they ask about me or they ask about Garen, you don't tell them nothing, okay?
Of course.
Is there
I would
anything
suggest you
else?
stay uninvolved from it for the time being. Or ever. Your time in this business is done, my friend.
Well, as long as as long as I keep out of my home, I'll be fine.
Is there anything else you know about the Burcrest estate?
Well, I know that wherever it is that they keep anything that they keep there, they don't keep it up top. The whole roof's collapsed years ago. It's all been completely wrecked by the storms. So whatever they've got going on there has to be in the basement. Now, if I remember rightly, there was. Now, mind, this is my old pa telling me, because he used to clean for the estate when it was still there. It was the cellar for loading, for getting the wine and the food in. It was at the back, closer to the cliff. Now, you can try and use that to get in. It might help, I don't know. I don't know if any of the cliff has given way in the intervening years. I've not been there in many years, not since I was little.
That is some helpful information.
Fascinating.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
Tom, my last question. Do any of the people from the town hall, the chamberlain, the constable, the bailiff, and the marshal, Do any of them not know what is going on? Where the
Well-
bailiff may be involved, and is quite happy to be. But what of the others?
I mean, I hear gossip, but I've heard nothing apart from idle gossip. Okay? So I've got
I would be
nothing to
glad
back
to
this
hear
up.
it.
But there are lots of folks who say that the Chamberlain and the bailiff aren't best pleased about the Chancellor. You know, that fella that they appointed to deal with the whole North Drinia situation. Now, them being not best pleased with him does not mean anything untoward, but maybe they've got other goings on and he's interfering. I don't know.
Chancellor wasn't on the name, was he?
No, that's someone we haven't met. That appears to be an overview for this region. So the town has these 4 people, and then the region itself on the political map, probably, but it's loading, will show us what area the Chancellor's covering. And I'm pretty sure when I saw it before, it's this whole like strip along the top,
Whole
along the
coast.
northern coast.
And that's who the Chancellor is. You
Yeah.
would know who the Chancellor was because they were appointed, and it was a big hullabaloo when it was
Well,
announced.
some of us might.
Oh yeah, you don't. Sorry, everybody else would. Chancellor
Nice.
Rochebar. Okay. Any other questions? This will be where we wrap up because we are a little tiny bit over time, but we should be Gucci. If there's any other questions.
No. Just you want to make sure Verity hasn't like drowned in the outhouse there or something. He didn't fall in or anything, did he? Just check on him, make sure
Yeah.
he's all right.
Somebody will check on Verity, don't worry. And for a course of action, I assume that
If necessary, I'll carry him back to town on my back.
very fair. So anything else you want to do here?
I think not.
No.
No, I think we got the information we need.
Okay. So with that, the party leaves Tom Gill's house and returns on their merry way to Bright Vale for what is in all likelihood looking like an advance on the Burcrest estate.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
the trebuchets ready.
Lays the siege lines.
Lay the siege.
Okay.
But they the
So-
sapping tunnels by the sound of it.
Yeah, get the sappers in.
So thank you all very much for playing.
Thank you.
It's
Very
been
fun
very good.
again.
You got lots of info.
It was a great time.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's not. Thomas didn't want to say it, so I didn't want to push him. But like, can we? Do we know which inn he was talking about? Where the people like recruited him from?
You know
Well,
that the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you.
Oh, you know that the reputation of the two inns is the Wattled Whistle is like the normal one you go to, and the Grinning Ironmonger is the one you go to
Yeah.
if you want to do something a little bit. So he was almost certainly referring to the Grinning Ironmonger, but he doesn't want to get anyone in trouble.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
made a
thought.
note while he was speaking that just says, with hindsight, asking in the shady pub about the smuggling would have been beneficial.
It's a good
You
note.
You went to the normal
Yeah,
one. It's
That's
fine.
true.
That
That's
is-
true.
I wonder
It's
if it
fine.
might
We
be
got the
better-
information we need.
I wonder if it
one
might
way
be
or
beneficial
another.
to go in there and see if anyone from with purple robes show up at some other point in time. See if they're recruiting for any jobs.
Could do.
It's
Oh.
possible.
I know one last thing before we wrap up is as you're leaving the house of Tom Gill, you hear the storm intensify very briefly behind you, and you turn to see where like you see the flash. You can see that a bunch of lightning bolts in a row have struck a mountain behind you. And that
I need to give it a vibe check.
it's
give it a
it's
vibe check.
miles away. It's like
Give it a vibe check.
Yes, but we're about to have a long rest, so I might as well.
okay. You vibe check. It goes wah wah because it doesn't go far enough.
Okay, but is Tom undead?
Wait.
Which direction is behind us? Is there,
Oh,
like,
Yeah, maybe Tom's undead.
It's southwards would be on the
South-
map is southwards. Also, you do a vibe check in Tom's house. Did you say you did a vibe check in Tom's house, or are you like,
It's when the lightning happened, so I guess it's still in range.
okay,
yeah.
yes, you that there is okay. This will have to be for next time because like there
Vibe
is
check.
a fiendish energy vibe from the back of Tom's house.
Dun dun
From
dun.
the back.
Tom's vibe is off. Dab. There
Damn.
we go.
Well,
It is
that's
a
not
fiend.
Tom. That's something else.
It's Verity.
Yeah, it's out back.
We
Okay.
took Verity with us, didn't we?
Next time
That'll
we
have to be
immediately
next
turn
time.
around and storm
Dun
Tom's house.
dun dun. Next time, Tom's vibe is off.
Tom failed the
Previously,
vibe
we
check.
were here as smuggler investigators, but now we're here as fiend slayers.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, I will send everybody off on their merry way. I'll send me Discord for a second, but thank you all so much for playing for episode 2,
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting
and
again.
we
Thank you
will
for hosting.
do the end stream. I will deafen, so I don't interfere with anybody. Boop. Okay, everybody. Okay, chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. It has been wonderful as always. I hope you had a nice time. Thank you, everyone who has watched. Let's go find somebody to do a raider. This has been the episode 2. And somebody's got to be alive. Surely there's people who are alive. Harry's live. Ped is live. Oh, we'll raid Ped. Everyone go off some party animals. Thank you all so much. If you would like to join the Discord, I got to do all these commands. We have a Discord where you can see all the information about the campaign. We are all in the Gobs and Grams, which is a cool and inclusive stream team full of amazing people that you should go check out. Everybody, go check out that. And then we have a raid message, and we have a non-sub raid message. So go on over, go say hi to Ped. All I love. I don't think I've ever got to raid Ped before. So that'll be great. Go over to Ped and say hi, and thank you all so much. Bye 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 bye. I'll be live again tomorrow. So pop by if you want to see some strategy rings. But bye 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 for now. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye everybody. Thank you all so much. Bye.